Kind day to you all, I'm Kinsmark.
I'm Violeta.
And this is Chapter 18 of the stream series Fallout 4. And as one can see, certain changes have come to the game since I last covered it, as the first set of add-ons, expansions, and DLC have come out. And, added to a fresh new entry here on the main menu, they are Automatron, adding in an entirely new quest line and antagonist centered around a semi-classic villain, the Mechanist, from a previous entry in the Fallout series, as well as the ability to create and customize one's own robots and all kinds of cool things. So I'm excited to get to that. And Wasteland Workshop I've already put considerably to use, as it added in a great deal of additional constructible content for settlements and the like, and the ability to sort of capture creatures, although it's really just placing the traps for them and they just appear in them. And I've heard some criticism of this one, particularly as to do with its cost to value. I have the season pass, so I consider it absolutely a welcome addition to my game. I can see how some people have had an issue with it. And the one I am absolutely most excited for is Far Harbor, as it adds in an entirely new world space that is apparently the largest that Bethesda Game Studios have ever created as a DLC for any game. And they've created some pretty expansive areas in the past, so that one, I adore everything I've seen about its aesthetic, because it starts in an investigation into a missing person, so it harkens a little to Point Lookout from Fallout 3. However, I've heard already, I've tried to keep away from any kind of detailed explanations of anything, so I'm still very, fresh in terms of any of my knowledge about it. I've just heard, in general, that Automatron and Far Harbor each have pretty concise, however refreshingly well thought out and deep storylines, particularly the latter, as it apparently kind of acknowledged some of the criticisms that a lot of people, myself included, have levied at the launch version of this game, insofar as a lot of the conclusions of quests are pretty much just, amounting to travel to X place, kill all of Y things, collect Z reward. And that's pretty much it. Apparently Far Harbor, from what I have heard, simply adds in a few more of the gray area versions of narrative events and some means of problem solving that don't just amount to kill everything. And I'm absolutely happy to see that. Hang on, I have one more thing. Perhaps the most exciting thing since I last covered this game. The addition of mods, because the creation kit has launched. And as anyone familiar with me and the way I like to play and mod games in which that is a capability that I could have, I have absolutely modded the ever-loving hell out of this game, and I ain't showing any signs of stopping. So, I have kept up a list of the mods that I have installed since I started this campaign continuity. I've also kept up a list of all of the perks I've taken as I've leveled up, because I have put in a considerable amount of time constructing on settlements and such, and with all that comes XP and level ups, so I have, for those who are curious and like to keep up with the progression of the character that I've consistently played, I'll read that off once I actually get in game. Hang on.
Oh my gosh. I said one more thing, and now it's
this is still the continuation of that thing. So, for those who are curious, I'll simply run through my load order really fast. That's new. Apparently it shows how large the mod content I have installed is. So, these are the ones I currently have installed. I'll just scroll through them, that way those who are curious can later, freeze frame it, grab any of those that they want. And I've generally kept it in an order comparable to that I've used in previous Bethesda titles, which is to say large things that encompass a lot of changes to the game and the code high in the load order, and then things that add in a lot of content in terms of actual like file size and therefore processor intensity. That then comes after that, followed with glitch fixes, and then comes in just like category sorted weapons, armor, gear, that kind of thing. And companions I think I have pretty low. So, since I've cycled all the way through the menu music now, let's check in with chat, because I'm excited, because I have absolutely missed
really,
this game.
We're really behind on chat.
Well, let's catch up, shall we?
Yes, let's indeed. Okay, so, Scott says, but the Mechanist was a hero.
Really? I don't know. I haven't played any of these, and also just to clarify, hang on, I am planning to finish the main story first, prior to engaging in Automatron or Far Harbor.
He's talking about the original Mechanist.
I know, the character,
was the hero.
I disagree with that, because it's sort of the thing that's relevant to a lot of, like, the superhero characters, is the fights they have with their rivals cause more harm than they solve. So, I'd argue that point. Continue, though.
Okay. Also, Scott make him so rock the VAR. Scott says, sure, it's the biggest add-on world, but can they fill it?
That's what I've heard.
Says, and did they skip on the new items? Scott says, the new armor is cool, the weapons not so much. Scott says, you mean the one new weapon? There's like a melee, 2 absurd ones, and a poopy rifle.
Ah, the cynicism of the internet never fails.
And
can I enjoy this for at least a minute or so?
Okay. Scott says there are several weapons, but almost none of them spawn on enemies. That seems weird.
I've already actually found one of the new rifles, the lever action. I found it without ever actually having traveled to any of the new like quest areas or the Far Harbor Island. So I don't know.
Snowman Graham says evening. Scarlet Marcus is here, by the way.
Cheers.
Scarlet says, wow, you sure like weapon mods. I prefer fixes and play expansions. Well, the thing is we don't want anything that's going to take away from game, like going to change gameplay too much.
Especially
until we're done.
For this first campaign, I'm avoiding things that disrupt the way that the game is played that much. I'm just adding in new equipment and such.
And not to mention the fact that weapon mods are very popular, which is why we're doing mod spotlight.
Yeah, a lot of them I've pre-downloaded with the intent of spotlighting.
Yeah, they're for spotlights, not necessarily because we want to have all of them, but
perhaps
more because we know that people will want to know about them.
Yeah, perhaps the most significant change I've made to the game, as pertains to the campaign from here, is, as you can see, I have changed up my appearance a little. I've added a few armor mods. I absolutely, heartily recommend the AWCKR mod, which is more or less a platform that other mods can create compatibility for, allowing one to craft like armor, weapons, other kinds of equipment
I really
at...
want to show them...
The detective's life isn't an easy one.
Hi, Nick.
Caitlin. Because Caitlin's also making use of some of that you can't really see on a guy because they're...
Cyber crafting. Love it. So this is the armor crafting. And weaponsmithing.
And we are making use of an interesting new mod that may or may not be glitchy. We already know there's a glitch for it, but we have figured out a way around it. The thing is we're not using it on this file. It's a means of creating new settlements.
Conquest.
But we don't want to use it on this file just in case.
Just in case it causes any stability issues. I have it active, I'm just not using any of the features. So the scripts shouldn't activate until I do it.
Caitlin, my character, we're making use of it on her file. But you won't see it on this one just because we're a little bit paranoid about it maybe being a little bit unstable.
And for the sake of the stream campaign continuity, I'm trying to avoid anything that might cause issues. Save corruptions and that kind of thing.
We don't want to mess with things that will screw it up.
I have put some of the Wasteland Workshop stuff to work though.
And I'm willing to risk my save file to play with Conquest. So there are some. If you're not too worried about save continuity, like your save files potentially not getting corrupted,
I'd recommend it.
Is really
It's
cool.
friggin' cool. It essentially allows you to create a camp anywhere you like that's away from an established settlement. And then if you like the area, upgrade that camp into a settlement complete with workshop.
Do we want to show them real quick?
Not at the moment. I'll save that for another stream.
Bob says, never. Everyone must be always max grump all the time. This is Grumpistan land now. This guy says, nice bag. I like using the shoulder bag mod.
Yeah.
And Snowman says, did that bench have a mannequin on it?
It
They're
did.
starting to invade.
So perhaps the most like gameplay affecting change I've made to my character is using the AWCKR like armor mods and stuff. I now just have more armor slots on the character, so I have probably a higher armor rating than the game necessarily intends. I've actually intentionally not upgraded for aesthetic, probably a higher actually priority, and just character strength concerns. Not gone up to like combat armor and such. I'm still using metal. I did, however, for story reasons, as well as just I love the look of it. Then the priorities are reversed. I'm using Kellogg's left arm pauldron, if that looks familiar, because for one, the second I saw Kellogg, I'm like, I want that arm piece. And for two, I like to think that the character here, Kit McKillian, has, especially after the a couple of streams ago, exploration of Kellogg's mind and his past and events, it sort of hit him and really sunk in that he isn't that different from him. A few choice events are all that separates him from having turned out just like Kellogg. And so,
here, by the way.
hello.
Bobman wants to know when exploding radio mods are gonna be.
I think there's already one for that.
There should. I
and also,
still want to know about those stupid clapping monkeys.
I can only show this for a few seconds, because copyright concerns maybe. This radio isn't standard game. It actually comes from a mod that adds in an entirely like pre-war style radio station, complete with commercials and like radio shows, like the ones that were actually narrated. They're for like Nuka-Cola and card games and stuff.
They're from
they're in universe.
Yeah, they're Fallout universe.
And
Sheila is here.
Cool. And the addition of that radio mod then adds in the constructible radio that you can put anywhere in your settlements, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, so speaking of Kit, I kind of found him on my game.
Oh? I know he kind of looks like Dance. Wow, that really does look like a lot like early game Kit. Wow. So, I'll leave it up to chat, because I have put so many hours into this. At some point during the stream I want to show you. Do y'all want me to just jump straight into the commencement of the story, the last place I left off? Which, for those who either can't recall because it was a while ago, and I apologize for the huge interim from the last entry in this series to this one.
We were doing.
We've just had so much happen in our personal lives.
To go into the glowing sea.
Yeah, to chase the I forget his name, the scientist that was last seen there that may have connections to the Institute.
Yes.
So
Scarlet wants a settlement tour.
Okay, so that's the thing, is I can either jump into the story or show you all my settlements. So this is.
I think we should show my settlement too. I want to show them the conquest thing really bad.
We will. We'll set that aside for another stream though, because I don't want to jump around from character to character. Alright, so here I haven't made all that many additions, more or less just adding in a little decor. And also, with, I think it was actually Far Harbor, they added in a new construction tab to add outhouses. So I'm now an outhouse hipster, because I made one before it was cool. I made mine first.
No, you didn't actually.
Where's my plaid?
You didn't actually make yours first.
I don't know about that.
I do.
I remember you thinking it was adorable that I set aside like an hour to try and make one.
It was adorable, but at the same time, I'm like, it's so easy. You don't need an hour to do it.
Well, it's because I was trying to figure it out how to do it from scratch.
I already knew how to do it from scratch. You just didn't ask me.
Alright, if you say so.
It's easy. You just use all the corner pieces, put the special thing.
I know that now.
Like, I already knew that, but because you did that while I wasn't there, I was like...
Yeah, maybe that was one of the ones that you had like already gone to sleep for, and I was
I'd already
still
gone to sleep. I
constructing.
already knew how to make one of those, but I wasn't there for it, so you made an hour-long...
So, Sunshine Tidings, always kind of a pet settlement of mine. I've also upgraded a lot of my settlers. I have pretty much a uniform for my guards now.
Is this the one that's
yeah. People familiar with the channel proper on YouTube may recognize this as where
Is this
a
the
certain
one where
spook
the-
fest happened.
Yeah. Sheila says, don't know how long I'll be able to watch on phone since home Wi-Fi went out.
Ah, that ain't fun.
Oh, it keeps buffering. Also had a small fire at Mom's house.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry. I hope everything's
Sounds like your mom's
okay.
just having a pretty crap run of luck these days.
I know.
Aha. So, turned this place into a proper clinic.
Yep. On my file, is this the one that's the place that I don't want to go anymore?
This is the lair of Larry on her place. Because
Was
I
it
have,
this building? I feel like it was this building.
no, it was
That building
that
over
one.
there?
I have another mod, I forget the name of it, that just adds a great deal to the character pool for the NPC settlers to draw from, as far as like the randomized people that show up. One of them looks a little like Trevor, and he's all like disheveled with like patchy hair, and he just looks like a friggin' axe murderer.
And when he came in, it wasn't the first time I'd come through it, but we were in here, and I walked up, and I noticed that by settlement there was two people there.
Yeah, there was a dead guy here. He was just sitting in a chair here, just munching away on something.
And I was just like, there's just something really creepy about that. And then he just sort of followed me around, and I'm just like, I don't know.
So I made a little covered outdoor market. I'm sure they're thanking me that it's covered at the moment.
Shield says, we gotta put out. We just can't use the dishwasher until Dad checks it.
Good
It's Simsverse!
old electrical fires. Hi, friend. And I am kinda prepping this place for automatron, because I know one can create robots and such.
This is gonna be his automatron building place.
Yeah, since this has all the, like, free the robots, and sadly, Professor Goodfeels despawned, because that was a common glitch in the launch version of the game, and I haven't found any mods that restore him. So if anyone knows of a mod to restore Professor Goodfeels, please let me know, because I miss him. Anyway.
Do you want me to look for that real quick?
I wouldn't, because Flash Player hates Nexus sites right now.
Oh, that's
My
true.
Firefox always locks up within seconds of accessing the Nexus.
French Special Forces down Big Macs to foil McDonald's heist? Bobman, what did you just send me?
What?
When two men decided to rob a McDonald's in eastern France, they hadn't expected to come face to face with a table of hungry soldiers from an elite military force.
That's funny. Alright, so...
Oh, that's hilarious.
come on with the clicky. I forgot about this.
Yeah, we get so used to not doing that off stream.
What is it about streaming with OBS that makes fast traveling on this menu so hard? I have to click like 1,000 times for it to finally take. And it doesn't happen when I'm not streaming.
I know. Scarlett says, I didn't even realize it was raiding. I play with True Storms and Darker Nights.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting those. I want to complete the first campaign, because really I want to see the vanilla game presentation of the various places in the game so that I can compare them later. And since I haven't like gone into the Glowing Sea or anything yet, I want to compare the launch version of that to the True Storms version, because I absolutely intend on getting that. I've seen video of it in action. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Ghost says, I'll look for the fix to bring it back. You could probably spawn him if nothing else. I'll try to find it. I still have him in my game.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I knew they patched out that despawn glitch
Oh,
pretty
yes.
soon. Oh,
I
yes.
loved this.
I'm so happy I showed up at night. Oh, this is good. All right, so Hangman's Alley. At one time, the place where I sent the settlers I didn't like, now one of my favorite settlements in the game.
I kind of blame me for that particular
Yeah, she
thing.
had the idea of seeing this place, because it is such a limited area, just construct upward. I kind of took that idea and ran with it a lot.
Because I started messing with a couple of things on mine, and he was watching me play with it. And he was like, that's a good idea. And then on his, he went insane.
Let me expand upon that.
Well,
Alright,
of course,
so...
that was just testing to see if the theory would work.
Yeah. So there's neon here. This was added from Wasteland Workshop.
Oh,
I've decided
neon.
to just embrace the crazy of this place, because these hanging corpses, they're stock. And they're actually outside of the customizable range, so...
You can't fix it.
I just decided, alright, let's create a settlement that looks like it's home to the kinds of people that would do that.
Of course, that's a remnant of the Raiders we pushed out of
It
here,
is. In lore, though,
but I know you have
the
to
settlers
clear
haven't
over.
gotten rid of them.
Yeah.
So...
Ghost says, or rather, Charlotte says, if you get darker nights, I highly recommend getting a flashlight mod.
Yeah.
Ghost can give you the name of a good one.
Alright, cool.
And Snowman and Shield like the entrance.
So maybe a little market. For some reason, this actually reminds me of the Sector 7 slums in Midgar.
It does.
Especially
At
once
night.
this, yeah,
At night.
once the merchant chick that I have over here comes in. Once again, I sort of have a uniform for my guards. I'm also using Armorsmith Extended, so now characters and the main player alike can equip armor over even like full suits that ordinarily wouldn't let one. So some things clip, a lot of things look just fine though. So that means you can actually like equip like leg gear over the athletic outfit and all that kind of thing. So I am particularly fond of this place because I made sure for the vast majority of it, everything except for that little seam right there actually snaps, which means that the game automatically creates nav meshes so that characters can actually maneuver around the whole place. Which means characters can actually find their way around here. So this is pretty much the guards' quarters for this particular settlement.
There's a guard sleeping right now.
Oh yeah, so there is. So yeah,
Or a
case in point.
settler sleeping.
Whatever.
Close enough.
This place, I don't know whose house this is. Somebody's. And it used to be that this settlement just cut off right here. And then I got ambitious, and I made an extension.
Yeah. Let me catch up real quick. Noah is here, says, "Heyo, how goes? By the by, I've got a list of people I've upfront approved for the Discord,
Cool.
and more people from the community are welcome. But yeah, most of it's ready to roll ski, and it's not
Sweet.
just for Cards Against Humanity, but for whenever. Should I /W the list so far to buy?"
Yeah, sure.
Ghost says, "Have you heard of the Old World Radio Boston?"
Yes, I have it.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love custom radio stations.
It has 21 stations, and Red Rocket Radio Bop is by far my favorite.
I'd love to create my own custom radio station mod at some point. I just have no idea how.
Yeah, it's 111 hours of royalty-free music and ads to the game.
It's so good.
Stone says the dead stare of that Brahmin, though. It has obviously seen some shit. Ghost says you can also put little radios dedicated to each station in your settlements.
So anyway, I figured I'd put the fish rack there, like it's sort of as though someone were coming out here and literally just like fishing off of the side of the road, and then like ducking into Hangman's Alley again. So I'm particularly fond of this place. I've actually considered, as much work as I've put into these, doing like standalone like showcase episodes about them, just to kind of show people this is the thought process that went into it, etc. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. Maybe it's just me kind of ringing my own horn a little more. That expression didn't make sense. Oh well.
Okay, I just realized I have no idea how to whisper.
I think you just click on somebody and it's part of the
I know,
drop
but
down.
it never works for me.
Oh.
For some reason.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We can hash that out later.
You know what? I am getting your whispers. I just can't respond. Ghost says you can also get a mod called Don't Call Me Settler. Settler renaming and naming.
Yeah.
It auto renames all the settlers to actual names from the random names in the game.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't have that one yet. I plan on getting it though. Let's see. County Crossing I've started working on. It isn't really anything all that special yet. The slog I've put a fair amount of work into.
Yep.
So now, pretty much all that remains is the one I've put the most work into. So I think I'll actually start, because I want to give y'all the approach experience. Let's see.
You're adorable.
I am so proud of all that I have done with this. Okay, come on. Come on, clickety.
No.
Click it.
No clickety.
Come on. Come on. Maybe if I move the map, you'll like that a little more. Hey, there we go.
Sounds good, Noah.
Oh, and I should also show some of y'all the guns that I have swapped out for some of my loadout. Oh, hi! Speaking of.
Ghost wants to know if you have a immersive vendors. It makes them actually seem like vendors. So
I
would totally work.
Oh, someone should
don't think I do. That doesn't sound familiar.
What exactly does it do?
Let's see here.
It's like, how does it make them immersive? Like, what does it change?
Is there some place I can, like, sit down and pass time? Just let me snatch that up. Chair around here somewhere. Aha! Yep, nope. Give me. Hi. I'm impressed. You withstood a full magazine. Eh.
Let me see.
There's a certain...
Scarlett wants to know when you're going to walk the Freedom Trail.
that I'm probably going to set aside a, like, a stream specifically for. Oh, give me that.
Here, love. Read this one.
What?
The Whisper from Noah. Last Whisper.
Oh, that's up to you, man. Like, I'm not in there, so I can't moderate anything at the moment. So.
Shield says, guess I'll be working out story ideas. Also, oldest son is going to DC with my brother, sister, and mom for the 4th of July weekend.
Pretty
cool.
snazzy.
Ghost says it adds random junk to the vendor platform, so it looks like they actually have inventory and stuff to sell.
Oh, that
instead of
one.
completely blank stalls.
Yeah, I have seen that. Okay. Oh!
Oof. Explosion.
Didn't even know there was a suicider in there. That one was a luck shot. Pretty snazzy for a character with literally 1 point in luck. R91.
That's because he's very unlucky.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I mean,
the sole survivor.
look at his life.
The sole survivor is incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah. This is a truth fact. Alright, well, I think it's actually morning, so I can start making my way over there now. So let me get into the light, and I'll familiarize you guys with the new loadout. As you can see, I have a 1911 here.
Marcus says, so my power just went out temporarily.
Oh,
Good
joy.
times.
I know that feel.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
love this
and
thing.
Snowman wants to know how many suit mutants that Bomb just took out.
I think it killed one of them. Injured the master.
And Marcus was like, 1911!
Love this thing. This is a gorgeous model.
And Snowman Grim says that was a lot of corpses.
Alright, that'll do. So, 1911 is here. I have upgraded Shelly. She is now pretty much exactly to my shotgun liking. People! Come on! I'm trying to show people these guns! There are more of you.
Yeah.
Fine! Let's just show them off firsthand then, shall we?
There are at least 2 more of them.
Uh-huh. Hi, how's it going? Like the fact that you're losing fluids? Yeah, this does damage over time.
Dots! I love dots. More dots.
I like to think of it as though it's firing flechette rounds.
Like when the dots thing first became like a meme,
More dots.
I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. Miss T had to explain it to me because I was like, I have. And now I'm like, yes, dots. Dots are best. Dots are love.
Well, especially if you
Dots
can
are life.
combine it with point damage.
Yeah. Like if you could get a nice, strong upfront damage and then just
Yeah.
see dots after. I
Damage
love
over
that.
time later. Alright, Nick, I've picked up all these rifles. Why can't I hold all these guns?
Scott says VAT's center mash shots are much better than fapping around with headshots.
Yeah, usually.
So what did I miss while my power was down?
Just showing off a couple of settlements. I'm sure you'll see them again later.
Well, I'm sure.
Let me grab that. And at least now,
Oh, hey, look.
you lads, you've
Okay.
helped to pass some time. So now I can actually get a nice lit lead up to the settlement.
Stim
Alright.
pack. You passed up a stim pack.
Did I? Oh, there we go.
I'm like, why are you leaving the stim pack? What's wrong with you?
So, still carrying my Occam's razor. The R91. This one is actually... It's a little strange, because it shares the name with the rifle that was considered the standard, like, Army issue in Fallout 3 that looked like an analog of the HKG3, or the Set-Me, since it has the wooden furniture. Anyway, this version of it essentially looks like an FN FAL. A little strange. Either way, though, I love the fact that this particular mod has a lot of different like wood grains you can choose from in the customization, so I can actually hop into the inventory, and here we are. Inspect. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much.
You're adorable.
You can also do that with the 1911. Where'd that go? There we are. And this one actually is specifically meant to emulate Snake's 1911 from MGS3. There's a lot of like reskins for it to make it look like the old original like M1911A1s. I'm like, I like this one though. So, whoops, wrong key. And I have now swapped out for a new hunting rifle, and I'm carrying the Gauss. I've upgraded several of them substantially, so that pretty much familiarizes you guys with the new loadout. So now, let's get moving toward the castle. I'm so excited. Like, I've had the itch to show this guy, show this to you guys for ages, and I just haven't yet. So, feast thine eyes upon the castle village, and cue the music. I'm so friggin' proud of this. I've spent
an inordinate amount of time.
Just an embarrassing amount of time on it. So in here...
Scarlett says now all you need is an AUG and you'll have the Aussie Armory for the last 60 years.
Pretty much. Got our armor vendor. Vendor. I was going to say merchant and vendor, and it just came out vendor. The castle pub. And I figured I'd put the airplane seats in here since the airport is, you know, just across the way.
Like we went and harvested them.
Yeah, exactly. Got a general goods merchant that I like to think specializes in signage and paintings. I just absolutely am so proud of all that I have done with this. I like to think that the crazy weapons merchant in here is a little off his rocker. Oh, he isn't here. This one really, again, also...
That's because you shifted him. You sent him to another...
It's too early. Oh. No one's on shift yet.
Oh.
Except her. You workaholic, you. Clothing merchant. I made an inn that took for freaking ever to try and figure out how to snap it all together properly. So that's where the proprietor stays. And I would actually like to just stay in this room, because...
Look at that
view, man. So gorgeous. You can even see Fort Strong from here. Like, the people who aren't familiar with, you know, the channel and the things that I prioritize in games, you'll learn fast. I like aesthetics. I take those little moments to, one, create little details for the human touch, and to just sit and absorb, you know, like, just enjoy the scenery.
I think you need some more power in here, because that light wasn't on.
Yeah. I need to wire this place a little more. Because some of the changes that came from some of the patches that will come out for the game changed a little way the way power works. I am happy that a lot of lights now don't actually require like a wire going to them. They just need like one of the power distributor things like near them.
Yeah.
And that's all they need. So the entryway here is pretty well friggin' fortified, especially because I have learned that spotlights essentially act as like range extenders for turrets, because they have a farther detection range than turrets, and since they're all connected to the same like defense network, then if they see something, turrets can actually sight in on them at that advanced range. So I always try to fortify turrets with spotlights whenever I can.
Scarlett says if you get the place anywhere mod, you can put working doors on those bathrooms.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. So, in here, we set her up with, of course, also the mounted Mirelurk Queen, because it's where it should go, I think. And good old Ronnie Shaw, she's got herself a proper armory now. Isn't that right, Ronnie? You talk too much, Ronnie. Alright. So...
Marcus says your castle, just wow. Wish I had the time and patience to do something like that.
This probably took about 30 hours. I'm like, not gonna lie.
Oh,
A lot of that was trial and error.
You should show them our range.
Yeah, so the cattle pen is over there. This one I might end up changing, although I may just keep it because now I like it. I wanted to make a firing range, even though, I mean, you can't send NPCs to practice on it. It's something that I feel that this place should have. And now it's got like a stone, stop for the rounds and everything. And at first I was going to put posts with signs to use as the target practice. Well, I found out I can't stick signs to posts. So
and
instead...
then we were going to put heads of things on it, and that didn't work either.
Yeah.
And then I had the idea of, why not flamingos?
Lawn flamingos.
Hey, there's a time and a place for that, and neither's here.
Don't you sass me, Nick. I'm in my gun range. You shut up.
Scarlett says Ronnie's still smoking like a chimney.
Oh yeah, as always. So in here, this is our power armory. And I haven't actually used some of these little alcoves yet.
We're working on it.
Some of these are quarters. This is, of course, the primary quarters. Deacon Tam, and one of the things Wasteland Workshop added was the, I forget what they call it, a fusion generator, I think, that adds 100 power. Mm-hmm. And so that replaced the entire power system for the castle.
Yep. Snowman says, if only you could place mannequins in the range.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Or those stupid little monkeys.
Yes! The clapping evil monkeys.
With
Instant
the glowing
range
red
targets.
eyes.
Yes! I'm sure there are mods that make those constructible.
These things are evil. I don't like
And
it.
this I made is essentially like a little lounge for the Minutemen.
Noah asks, so Ken, how about a mini RPG bot for the Discord server?
RP, what? What do you mean? I do not understand this question. So...
Oh, and we made him a house. The poor guy that sits at the radio all day.
Yeah, I forgot to show that.
Poor man.
Because I realized this guy, once you assign him,
He
never moves. He just lives in this spot. Can you imagine the cramp in his neck? So, just for the sake of, like, immersion and lore, I pretty much made him a little, engineer's shack for the comm officer. So this is where he stays. And I now have cannons.
Role-playing game. As in, you can roll dice and have dungeons in the Discord
Oh.
chat.
Yeah. I like that idea. I approve.
Yep. No, it says he's the MVP of the game. Yep. That poor man. I feel so bad for him. He just in that chair all the time. All day, every day.
So I've now got 5 point cannons on each end of the castle, which means that God help anything I call in arty support for.
And of course, we've got our farm and wind farm and actual food farming.
Yeah, these I'm still leaving these generators here pretty much just like as an auxiliary, because you gotta figure a fusion generator probably not the most stable. So that's actually why prior to the construction of the fusion generator, I made this. Actually, I'm gonna drop down here. There's an easier way to get around. It's just this is quicker. Pretty much this is just a generator shack. And that was powering all the defenses and everything. They're still online. At this point, they're redundant.
That's okay. Redundant power is better.
Yeah, like I'd rather have too much than too little. So, that is the castle as it currently stands. I know there are some mods that add in the ability to completely like patch and fix these walls. I've just already constructed so much around them that I'm probably not going to use those. Just because I think it would disrupt a lot of the stuff that I've constructed. It might cause a cell reset, and I don't want to deal with that. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is, and just kind of make it seem as though we are making the most of this shatter ruin of a castle.
Yep. There it says, hi, I'm Kinsmar. Welcome to Pimp My Broken Castle.
Yeah. So, I think that pretty much settles it for the settlements. At least for now. So let's head home. Put up the weapons that I apparently collected. Jeez, I can't leave the house for 5 minutes without collecting expensive gear from raiders.
Someone asked how your power armor collection's coming along.
Pretty well. Most of the...
And no one asked, I see a shack called Castle Pub.
Mm-hmm. I did a little walkthrough of that.
We should have called it White Castle.
Ha! Ha! That's a good idea.
And
I like
have
that.
castle be in red and white be in white.
That's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, I did a little walkthrough of there a minute ago. You may have missed it.
And Smart wants to know what a cell reset is.
It's certain mods cause it. If it detects that there's a change to like the code, I'm not sure of the actual mechanical specifics of it, affecting a certain cell in the game, which like the entire map is divided up into a grid cell system. If it detects a change, sometimes it will reset that cell to its vanilla state, effectively undoing any changes you've made as far as like construction or anything like that. A lot of mods cause those, and a lot of the mod authors can't tell why. So it's probably just a limitation in the CK. Some mod authors have, like, they claim to have found a way around it, and some of them, like, I haven't made changes in those cells for a couple of the, like, player home mods that I've tested, so I can't tell if anything changed. They say it's fine, I don't know. So, just because I have put so much time into these places, I'm very cautious about what I apply to cells I've already done things with. So, let's see here. Nick, where'd you go? Come here.
Hey.
All those rifles I gave you. Gimme.
Give us something?
Mm-hmm.
Anything I can lug for you?
Yeah, just putting them away. Appreciate it, though. Oh, I should also show, here in a minute, that Wasteland Workshop added a lot more mountable heads that probably should have shown up in the original game, if I'm honest. I'm just happy to see that they are here at all now.
Yep.
And a lot of these I would ordinarily scrap. I'm not going to waste the time on stream with that, though. I will scrap these later, once I'm not on camera. Alrighty. So yeah, things like the mountable Deathclaw head. Oh god, I hear Uranium Fever. I love that song. I can't have it in the stream though, because copyright. Okay, so resuming the story, since I knew that I had...
Scarlett says, what about Sanctuary? I kind of copied your ideas for it.
Yeah.
Not nearly as many wolves, though.
Yeah, I've shown off what I've done with Sanctuary in the past, so...
And we haven't done anything new.
Yeah, I haven't really done much with that. I've armed up more of my settlers there, so they have higher tier gear. That's about it, though. So, I knew that I'd have to go into the Glowing Sea to continue the story. So, I kind of reached for the top shelf, and I searched around until I could find a full suit of XO1. And I've actually really looked around in the lore to see, was XO1 actually created by the Enclave, or was it simply a late creation of the American Army, you know, pre-war? As it turns out, it's actually a combination thereof. It was created originally in the lore that I found by remnants of the United States military complex after the fall, and it was then later appropriated into the armory of the Enclave, and then they ended up really formalizing it into the XO1, and then later on the Advanced from Fallout 3.
Can I catch up with the thing?
Okay.
Marcus says, I've been focusing on making the drive-in theater more like a frontier town. I gave up after I found out that all the little things and trinkets I placed around the separate houses to make it feel like a lived-in place fall through the tables and furniture when I fast travel.
Yeah, I tried doing that with the Red Rocket Garage.
I spent so much time going through my ammo supply just to get one bullet to place on the table next to the gun.
Yeah.
And I have over 10,000 of each ammo type. And I have to go through the entire supply to get just one bullet.
Yeah,
Not worth it, let me tell you.
There are mods that allow you to hand place clutter items and such. I just, whenever I'm looking through the comments on them, it seems like so far, pretty much all of the versions of it that I've seen are kind of glitchy, so I'm waiting until some more stable versions of that kind of mod come out to implement those. So this is pretty much my glowing sea suit. I shall familiarize y'all with it. So I've upgraded all of them to Mark 6, and it's all got lead plating. That way I am as rad resistant as possible. Let's see. I've also got
Marcus says I'm a console kin.
Oh, I am so sorry. The customizable legendaries thing, meaning I can actually strip the legendary quality, like as a mod piece, from any gear that I get with those, and apply them to other pieces of gear, you know, as a mod, assuming they're of the same kind, like weapon, armor, that kind of thing. So, let's see. For the chest, got it up to jetpack and fortifying. And let's see. I need to actually refamiliarize myself. Okay, Cavalier, I think, was the... Yeah, reduced damage while sprinting or blocking. Optimized servos. That one I essentially made this for mobility, so I think one of them increases sprint speed, the other one decreases the action point cost for sprinting, so I can just sprint more. And I know I've got sensors in the helmets and the Tesla shock in the bracers. And I think the other one causes damage over time. So, you know, the arms are there for fighting. And I thought about going Chameleon. I've had an issue in my game, though. Let me know if any of y'all have had this as well, where anything with the Chameleon quality, the transparency effect never leaves. It doesn't go away. And I tried disabling mods to see if it was one of those causing it, and it isn't. So, like, I actually had to reload from an older save because my character could, like, even if I stripped him completely naked, he was still invisible. I'm just like, I can't continue the game like this! So, I don't know what's causing that, so I'm not putting Chameleon on anything at the moment. Okay. Nick. I've kept him around as a companion, mind you, since last time, since he was essentially the vessel through which we were, you know, using as a conduit in his mind for the exploration of Kellogg's memories. He had a little rub-off from Kellogg's mind, and I'm concerned about him kind of going off the handle. And since we are chasing down potential Institute people, I feel like, for one, I want to keep an eye on Nick, for his own sake, and for two, I think he could come in handy.
Okay, Marcus suggests that they should have made it possible to just mount guns on the wall.
Yeah, I agree. Like having racks and stuff. Alright,
I mean,
shall we continue?
Skyrim?
Yeah.
I can barely tell us apart.
To jetpack. Hold space while in the air. Jetpack consumes fusion core charge. Alright, I did not know that. This is actually the first time I've actually taken this thing out for a test drive.
Stonemaker asks, does Nick get a suit?
I didn't make one for him. I figure. He's an android.
Many folks these days count on violence.
He's probably fine.
Only have to look
Oh, oh.
around to see where that got us.
Oh, I like
There
it.
you go. 75 says, hi there, stream. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I approve of your name.
Well, he's been here before, silly pants.
That's true. He showed up for some of the XCOM stuff, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
It's just one of the little scene of the stream community. Alright, so let's see here. Let's check the quests here. Alright, Glowing Sea, find Virgil. Alright, I've got that marked.
So his name is
So,
Virgil.
yeah. And again, I apologize for the long wait from the last stream continuity of this to this one. We just had a lot come up in personal lives.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's start at Robotics Pioneer Park and then continue south. And I should also clarify, I haven't done much of any exploration on my personal time. I've tried to keep as much of that to stream as possible. Oh, I like the water effect on screen. Oh, I forgot almost that I did say I'd read off the level ups I've had since.
Scarlet says, you got the retext for the armor hut as well.
Yeah?
This is
Actually,
basic.
this may have come from one of the armor retexes that I got. I think this is standard, though, for the XL1. Let's see here. So the perks I've taken since I've leveled up several times from all the construction I've done. Action Boy, a couple of points of agility, quick hands for fast reload, demolition expert, scrapper, gunslinger, rifleman, and toughness. Yeah, all of those represent level ups. I've spent some time.
Well,
Okay.
have you seen the castle lately?
Let's see here. I've actually never explored this park.
Be careful.
Let's do that. I know you're a ghoul. I can tell. There's the recon sensors doing their work.
I love those things. I think we tried that for the first time on mine. And I
Yeah,
was like,
because one
"Yay!"
of the armor mods adds that
Yeah.
as something you can apply to. Hi there, Raiders. It's a headgear.
So it says, oh, never mind. They got one that makes it non-transparent.
Gotcha.
The thing is, okay, so I know there are people in here that might. Has there ever been a session where you found something close to, fuck this, I need a break?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
All the
every
time.
Ew, rotting. That's so gross.
That means he's old.
Oh, don't. Oh. Oh, ha ha.
Get away. And there's another level.
But no.
Alright, I guess I'll have to clear the scrap palace again.
Marcus says, I must say, I really don't like how the newer lever action from the new DLC handles. Especially since it's left-handed. Just doesn't seem right to me. A lot of them seem to be left-handed.
Yeah, I was actually chatting with a friend about that last night. It just seems like a lot of game animators favor, animating guns as though they were left-handed, even though left-handed guns are exceedingly rare.
Yep.
They're usually custom-made.
Yep. It's starting to look more and more like Far Cry 3.
Oh god, another suicider. There we go. Third shot's a charm.
No, it's that stalker. Why you lefty, please? Yep.
Oh, hi. Get away. And I have got a mod that improves the sustainability of the vertebrates. Seems like they just took enough fire that it didn't matter, though.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some of them circle around downtown and the hell? Just keep on fighting. The hell? Gotcha.
Since the animations for lever action is strange. You always go full two, even when you only fired one, unlike other Fallouts.
That's a little odd. I hit like a what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of how dead you are! Deathclaw meat. Alrighty.
She says, I think I finally got the phone to quit buffering every 2 seconds, hoping that once the router is replaced Friday, everything works better.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is weird. I've got so much gear that increases my carry weight that I can actually carry less in power armor.
I know.
The hell? Where is he? Oh, he's right here. Because if you're wearing power armor, it essentially overrides any of your gear stats. So I'm pretty much wearing this at the moment for the protective qualities.
Because I've decided to start my novel series, and literally the only thing stopping me from doing it is a good intro. Well, sometimes you can always write something in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get the beginning
And
down.
the intro may just kind of come to you later.
Sometimes you have to do that, unfortunately.
Lord knows I've done that.
I can't wait till moderns flip the gun models.
Yes.
So my group says, "Oh, how's the weather been by you, kid? Any better?" Yeah.
It's planing out a little. Like, it's still kind of cloudy. The worst of it, I think, is past.
Hopefully.
We haven't had power loss in the last few days. Connection's pretty solid. So I think we're pretty much in the clear. And again, I appreciate everyone's patience with all the weather affecting streams and video uploads and everything. I was able to get videos up every day, just not at the time of day that I wanted. And some days I had to miss and then double down the next day, so...
Scarlett suggests taking a good look at your loadout to see if there's anything you can put out. For me, by level 40, I have a single rifle and a sidearm that works for everything.
Yeah, at some point I kind of want to try doing a full survival run in which, like, even ammo has weight and you have to, concern yourself with, hunger and thirst and all that. And for that, I'd probably go for just rifle and sidearm and try to make them as versatile as possible. Come on. There we go.
Yes.
Shield says, Mom has a doctor appointment tomorrow to see how everything is doing. I hope she gets a good report.
Hope so.
Heads up. I'm
So it sounds like y'all have had a rough run of it lately.
listening.
Alright, let me scrap all these, so allow me a moment. Can't do that in power armor, come on now. I mean, I can just imagine someone trying to do, like, fine tool manipulation with those giant robotic hands.
I'm gonna run some diagnostics while you're tinkering.
Sure thing, Nick. There we go. Righty-ho. Now let's get going. I'm so excited to stream this game again. I have missed it so much. Am I seriously still over? Alright, fine. Did I pick up some armor?
Heads up.
Maybe.
No, she.
Nick, carry thing, follow me. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just hand you all my junk then. Apologies for the hold up.
This guy's a bit random, but what was the name of the airfield you drove by in the latest vlog?
I don't remember. I think it's Hook. I commented the answer to you in that video's comment thread.
That was probably Hook.
I think so. Okay. Now then. Is there anything interesting in this park? Because I've only ever, like, wandered past it. Headless statue. Okay. And this is a robotics park, they said. This kind of reminds me of something I've seen in, like, cartoons of, like, when they would do those like RC races, like in ponds and cities. This just kind of seems like a place that would get held.
Yeah.
I don't know. You remember the episode where that happened in the old Hey Arnold cartoon? Yeah, I watched it. What?
So did I.
It's a good show.
We're 90s kids. I mean...
Oh, dude. It's like an awards thing. What the... Oh, hi. Whoop. Anyone else? Yeah. Oh, there's the missing cloth. I was about to remark that one was missing. Jeez, attention to detail.
So man gives a stoop kiss, gonna leave a stoop.
Huh. So that's engineering, firefighting, medical, and police.
Interesting.
So I guess they were like showing off protectrons here? There's like an arm piece of one. What's on this terminal?
Yeah.
Park protection control terminal.
Oh.
Okay.
Fire.
Where's that?
First column near bottom.
Aha.
You're welcome.
Protectrons on parade overview.
She also so did I, along with my siblings and my 2 kids. See?
It's a good show.
It is a good show.
User Groundskeeper Hamilton. The Protectrons on Parade program runs during these hours: Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursday, Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Specific instructions will be given for holidays or special events. A backup unit has been provided. It is stored in the maintenance cabin in case of any outages. Please contact Robco HQ for replacement parts or technical support.
Cool. Scott saying, about to go flying over Texas. Mind saying the compass direction from the airfield to you? Don't have to, but it would be nice though.
Man, my sense of direction for that particular, like, area. Let me see. That way is north, right? Right. Which means roughly north, I think.
Which means we are south of it. A little bit. Not by much, though. So we
This
have those
interface-
planes going overhead all the time.
Yeah. This interface should be used by Robco licensed technicians only. Yada yada yada. Status. Units connected, charged. Activate. Nah, I don't really want to activate any of these. I don't really need to. Some Nick liked that I hacked into it. Okay. Interesting. So this is the other shed they were talking about, I assume? Oh, hi. You ain't a robot! Oh. Hi, ugly. How are ya? He seems angry. Back off. Cool. I found his snacks.
Look alive.
Wait, did I just take a head? Yeah, I did. Oh, jeez.
All ears.
I guess that's what you harvest from them to mount them. I hadn't paid close enough attention.
So it says thanks.
Okay. So let's see, on the map. Oh, jeez. So I need to head deep into the glowing sea. Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and I've leveled. Let's see here. Make a little more toughness. Either that, or finish out Rifleman. Yeah, I think I'll do that. There we go. I have seriously looked forward to finally exploring a little more in this game.
Shield says also started the compound layout in Sims 3.
Cool.
If you read.
Okay. Well, this was my preferred entry point to the glowing sea. Jeez. They certainly made this place look all kinds of desolate. All the whitewashed trees, all crooked and knocked out one direction.
Marcus says that death claw scared the living shit out of me when I came through there. It was night in the middle of a radiation storm.
Oh,
Oh, I bet that was terrifying. Oh, this is disturbing.
Cue the music shift. Oh, God, is that a rad storm coming in? It is.
Yep, that's a rad storm.
Oh, fantastic. And I see rad scorpions in the distance.
I don't like the fact that those burrow now.
Yeah.
That freaks me out. I don't like it.
Man.
Ooh.
They made this place intense.
Ooh. Nick. Oh my gosh.
What the? What? Where'd it go? It's still in there. I think it's underground, man. I don't think it's coming out. Alright, well. Let's just continue on then, I guess.
No, it says just gonna give you one word of advice for the glowing sea. Explore.
Yeah.
Scott says, so this is interesting. I think I recognize the highway you were driving on in my sim. Nice. Snowman asks if the scorpion booking out.
I think so. Because it isn't leaving its hold. Oh. That is legendary. Yeah. I'll pick up whatever the legendary had. Oh man, is that a red rocket up there? Ashballs.
That's new.
Yeah, I don't know those. There we go. Super sledge. How was that thing carrying a super sledge?
Who the hell knows? Shield says, oldest son says Fallout New Vegas is taking too long to load. Guess I need to remove a few mods.
Go ahead.
No, it says like, if you see any buildings, go towards them. Every time I visit this area, I find 3 new things and more.
Well, just saw one. So let's check this out.
Snowman says, maybe it ate it, Ken.
It isn't that large. Is that thing albino?
Yeah, albino rat scorpion.
Jeez.
Walk away.
Let's
So,
go down there. I'm
all this
so curious.
all this contamination is
That's a
absolutely
door.
causing mutation.
More mutation, rather.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interior cell.
Oh boy.
All right. Oh.
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 What's
That's
that
a hell of a
button
find. I think that, yeah, is the garage.
do? Hey, look, there's a thing.
Yeah. Anything else in here?
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, I've got my red headlamp on this set of armor.
Oh. Marcus, by the way, Ken, in case you haven't been to the glowing sea before, it's constant radiation storm in there.
Ah, okay, I didn't realize it was constant.
Whisker says glowing sea, more like glowing sea, am I right?
I assume there was a spelling pun in there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like to see.
Oh,
instead
gotcha,
of-
okay.
Scarlett says, Enclave was here!
Yeah, that one's added from a mod. So I can't necessarily read into the lore from that. Aside from the lore of the mod. Because that is actually Exo 2, which is specifically Enclave.
Oh, myself, right?
So I
Oh,
think...
this is so gross. I feel so gross in here right now.
Yeah, I'm in full enclosed armor, so I'm good. Let me see. Is this place marked on the map? It isn't. Damn.
Put a marker.
Actually, hang on. Can I tell Nick to get in it?
You can put down a marker, you know.
That's true. Hey.
Go ahead.
There we go.
But if it doesn't have a power core,
I can't tell if it matters yet. You good, man? Can you move? He can move. We are good to go.
oh, that's horrifying.
Let's go, Nick.
It's good to see you again on stream, misters.
Yeah, man.
Been a while.
And congratulations to all of those that I think Whiskers is now among, that are either finishing their respective year of school or are graduating. Oh, hi.
I want to see an albino deathclaw.
Ooh, more death claws.
Black bloodfly?
Yeah, that's not new.
Oh. Ooh.
Thank you,
Oh,
damage over
that's
time.
so gross looking.
Poisonous metal. Oh.
Oh. Oh my god.
Jeez. This is intense.
Ah! Just kill them all. Burn it with fire.
I thought Nick was just cleaning up a few more flies.
No, what's this tape joke? I guess you could call him Valentine Mark II. Hey! Marcus is a restaurant rocket seems like a great place for a settlement, right, Preston? Oh, gangrenous. Oh, ah,
Good God.
you're so gross. What's down there?
I don't know.
I feel the need to know.
I'll find out. I feel like something is shooting at me because yep, it's you. Would you just die? That's funny.
This year's a soon. I'm starting B-Fit in September.
Ah, gotcha.
Bobman
Congratulations, all the
says,
same.
Bethesda's racist for calling those poor boat flies black. Can we go under the thingy?
Yeah, hang on.
Sky says, I think you'd like the reign of Brassmon. Does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the strain on my processor low, though.
Hey.
And mods like that, they put a hurt on it over time.
And Barbara says, wait, that's dumb. Can I take that back? I don't think so. I've said it. It's now there for posterity. Can we go under the thingy?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's in this hole.
I like that hole. I want to know. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hi there, Scorpio. This is inside of a friggin' city bus. Hi!
Oh, Death
Legendary
Skull.
Death Skull Rad Scorpion? The hell is
What
that?
is that? What? Oh, God.
Hi!
Oh, that's terrifying. I don't like it.
Oh man,
Oh, where is it?
this is a friggin' horror movie all of a sudden. Ah! Empty the mag! Mag dump!
Oh,
Ugh.
it's dead.
I don't know how they're getting all like shocked. Hunter's walking cane, okay.
Snowman Graham says, it just wants hugs, kid.
I think it wants my face meat. It cannot have it.
Noah has posted a link to the Discord. Says, okay guys, here's the Discord link. Just gonna lay out a few rules before y'all hop in. First of all, any moderator has the right to use their authority. Secondly, observe all LLP rules and common
Yep.
courtesy and spoken rules. And please
Yep.
don't spam chat.
And keep up community rules in the Discord. And that's something we're going to use for some Cards Against Humanity streams in the near future. Ooh, discovered cave. So apparently I went through that place in reverse. Okay.
Snowman Graham says, you killed an old man, kid, and stole his walking cane.
Hey. Whoa. Legendary Charred Feral. I've never seen one of these. Are they, like, from the actual Ground Zero? What the hell is affecting me now? Sample. Where'd the charred one go? There it is. Oh. Watch, I'm just killing old men left and right here.
Hey, something for you? Here's what I've got.
Nick, if you would please carry a little more stuff. Man, I cannot imagine coming here without fully lead-lined power armor. Alright, so let's try to piece together on the map where I am. Alright.
At least we have a marker now.
Yeah, so that's a point of reference. Alright, hang on, let me face north. Okay, so if I keep the highway to my right facing north, I know where I am. Looks like the ridge goes up there. Okay. Kinda know where I am now. So I guess I'm pretty much here just looking for any sign of Virgil. Which I think is easier said than done, apparently. I had concerns that they'd make this place just look, you know, kind of lackluster in terms of as though an atomic explosion had happened there. Part of one.
Let's go in it.
This is freaking intense, though.
Let's go in the building.
Like, the thing is, a couple centuries after the fact, I don't think it would actually look like this. I mean, it's a grim example. Take Hiroshima and Nagasaki, though. I mean, they're not like this. Oh, jeez. I'll let you fight amongst yourselves. Then again, Fallout has always over-exaggerated the effects of its radiation. Oh, hi. Savage Deathclaw, how are you? He's a large one.
The Death Skull rats were good. I don't know who they were.
Cool, got him. I'm glad I came here at a high level.
Oh yeah. It's like I'm sitting here trying to think of what it would be like if we tried to take Caitlin in here, and I'm like,
I mean, in all fairness, the encounters do scale to some degree to your character. So I'm getting scary encounters because I'm a high-level character. At the same point, though, this does tell me that there are a lot of spawn points and a lot of creatures.
Whisker says, I have a question. This is my opinion, so please don't punch me in the bum, but has anyone else felt a bit disappointed with Fallout 4, or just me?
Certain aspects of it, yeah.
In certain aspects, but in general...
In general, it's fantastic.
I'm pleased with it. I mean, there are aspects of it that I'm not too happy with, but
Yeah,
overall, I still like it a lot.
Character flexibility is absolutely not its strong suit, especially compared to past entries in the series. I need to heal.
Scarlett says, wow, none of my glowing sea excursions were anywhere near this hectic. Noah says, it was alright, but nothing mind-blowing. A solid next step in a solid series.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do like the settlement building. I like where that's heading.
The addition of that system
Especially
is a welcome
since
change.
no one expected that system either.
Yeah. And it again shows that they're keeping their ear to the ground of the modding community, because like the real-time settler mod was one of the most popular for Fallout 3, and then again for New Vegas, and mods like it, and like the construct your own house stuff. So that, and the addition of all the extra weapon customization and armor and all that, all of those are coming from things that they saw people liked and apparently wanted because of how popular the mods, implementing those things in past games were. I think honestly my least favorite part of this game is probably its narrative. It's got an intense intro that then kind of loses its momentum.
And it dies off. Honestly, I think the Diamond City part is where it...
That's where it started to lose me.
Yeah.
And it isn't just because I personally dislike some of those characters.
It's just...
The
tension wasn't there anymore.
The intensity started to fall off. And... I mean, I know some of that happens. Like, that was actually a criticism I had of New Vegas as well, is that I felt that its narrative, as far as the main story, was pretty friggin' weak. Because the whole thing is just, it's a revenge tale that is dressed up in a Yojimbo framework, essentially playing off major warring factions. The whole thing is predicated, though, upon you caring about whether you got shot in the face and lived through it or not. Like, my initial thought when I first started playing that game was, well, at least I'm frickin' alive. I know it wasn't personal. It was just, he's an asshole, and that's his trade. So I should count myself lucky as alive, and never go anywhere near him again.
Yep.
I wanted to just continue on with my life. And the game is just like, no, you're on a revenge quest. Fine. And this one, of course, also has the same sort of thing, where it's predicated upon, you care about finding your lost son who, I mean, look around, is probably already dead.
Yep.
And 3 had the same sort of thing, where it's just like, you care about your dad leaving. I do? Do I?
Whisker says, I don't know. I came late to the Fallout games, Fallout 3 being my first, and I don't know, but Fallout 4 just doesn't seem to have the character that 3 in New Vegas had, I'm just saying. Honestly, I think this has more character than New Vegas. You
Certain
can shoot
aspects
me
of
for
it.
that. But this world feels more real than New Vegas did.
Oh, certainly.
And
Vegas felt empty. And
that's
not
the
in
thing.
a arid wasteland sort of way, just like a this game is unfinished kind of way, which it was.
And I have to admit, Fallout 3 was my first Fallout too. So I don't have any of the past Fallout knowledge like Kin over here has some of.
Yeah, like, none of the recent games have anywhere near the character and spirit of Fallout 1 and 2. That's just a fact. Vegas comes close.
But for me, the one that had the most character, I guess, to it, like, overall, that's probably to this thing.
This is, I think, maybe what I'm here for. Installation K-21B.
Bill's suitcase.
Evacuation plan. Alright, who's Bill?
I don't know. But I think 3 had the most character, I guess. But 4 is actually my favorite character-wise, to be honest.
Hello, government employee. With the threat of communist Chinese invasion increasing daily, you may find yourself thinking of what to do in case of total atomic annihilation, in all caps. Fear not, as a federal government worker, you have the privilege even, of being locked away safe and sound in the very place you work every day. Just follow these simple instructions if and when the bombs fall, and you'll find yourself surrounded by your fellow employees waiting out the nuclear winter. When you hear the alarms, drop everything. To clarify, point 1. Do not bother packing anything, even personal belongings. Everything you need should be waiting for you in your designated safety location/workplace. 2. Head to your designated workplace, K-21B. 3. Once inside, should radiation reach problem levels, an alarm will sound. Promptly close the doors and lock them. Do not open again until a second warning bell sounds. Godspeed, good luck, and enjoy your better future underground. Supervisor's signature. Why did that seem like a Vault-Tec thing?
That's because that was their their tagline, enjoy a better future
Underground, yeah. Installation K21.
Scott says, my intro to Fallout was a crossover novel with MLP, Fallout Equestria. Shield says,
That's
my
one way to
first
get
Fallout
introduced.
was New Vegas. I liked the freedom of New Vegas, but at the same time, I felt that it was very empty compared to Fallout 3, and especially now compared to 4.
Yeah, I mean, it had a rushed development cycle. Like, that's not up for debate. Like, that's a fact. Employee, a lot of numbers, personal log.
This is government employee number 011. Screw this government bullshit. This is Bazensky. Sirens, they came so fast. And the alarm. The only ones we could save were on duty. Stevens had left to get something out of his car. Stevens. He's gone. We had to close the door before he could even turn around. Protocol said we had to. I could hear him screaming. That was days ago. We're already running out of food. This place was not as well stocked as they claimed. Goddamn budget cuts. If anyone is listening to this, my name is Jeff Bazensky. Tell my wife, Wilma, that I love her. Goodbye.
Sad times.
That was really dark. Why do we keep getting hurt when we pick shit up?
It's not when I picked that up.
Oh.
It's just randomly.
That's so sad. Oh. Because they were running out of food already.
Yeah. If it's either that or starve to death.
Oh man, that's so... Yep.
Yep.
That's Vault-Tec.
It's a vault.
Is someone present?
Hi. Well, this certainly seems institutedly.
That's so sad.
The sensitivity of my description and really visualizing itself. How interesting.
Well, could have fooled me.
Come on, I know you're there. Oop, saw you.
I am equipped with the most advanced systems.
Good for you. I am equipped with an R91 assault rifle, and it can penetrate everything you are made of. End of story. Alright then. And I think the, okay. The discussion of, like, you know, the game that has the most character, or that one likes the most, it's, you know, sort of comparable to, like, the Final Fantasy series. Your favorite is always the one you first played. And that's why, for me, like, I'll always have a very special place in my heart for Fallout 3, because it wasn't the first that I had seen played, because I'd seen my dad play 1 and 2 and some of Tactics when I was a kid. I never actually played those for myself, though. And then when I played 3, it really helped to get me through a pretty tough time in my life when I was playing it, because it was very much an enjoyable, you know, escape from a lot of actual stresses and that kind of thing. And so, even though I recognize that it has a fair amount of flaws, you know, I'm emotionally attached to it in a way that I'm not necessarily to New Vegas or to this game.
I think I like 4 better because it has more to it that I personally enjoy more.
Yeah, like the construction of settlements.
Yeah,
and
the
that
construction
kind
of settlements, building up, you know, the waste, like rebuilding society. I kind of like. And you only had a little of that in New Vegas, and you didn't really have much of that at all in 3.
Yeah, I mean, there was helping out a couple of settlements. That was about it, though. Nice try.
Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. Nice to have some.
I can't tell what this place is.
I don't know.
Because this doesn't seem like just a shelter vault, and I refer to it as your workplace anyway for that guy.
They might have been researchers.
They had no expense, did they?
Of what? That's the
Yeah,
question.
I don't think we'll find out till we get technical document in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Shield says, "Vi sounds like she has a cold. I'm still a little
Yeah,
bit
she's
sick,
still getting over it.
and a lot of it's coming loose in my chest. And I haven't been taking as many pills to fight off the symptoms, so I'm actually kind of sounding worse because of it.
Yeah.
But
She's in the recovery stage. This doesn't sound pleasant yet.
no. And I'll be honest, I still don't feel so great either, but that's just... You know, I've been sick for about, what, a week and a handful of days?
Yeah, thereabouts. That's why I just checked the synth leader, and he didn't have anything special on him.
Yeah, this looks like some kind of... Ooh, I bet that's where we have to go.
Possibly.
Look at our map. Like, look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Our... Ooh.
XO1.
I think this is where we were supposed to be.
Yeah, I think so. I may have lucked out and just found it on chance. I swear I haven't looked at a walkthrough or anything.
No.
I had no idea where to go. I think I may have just stumbled on
Yeah.
the destination, though.
Of course. We're all like, gotta...
I'm checking this place over thoroughly.
Yeah, this is definitely some kind of research site.
Yeah.
What it is, I'm not sure. Is there anything up here?
Can I activate any of this? Oop,
Ooh.
hello. Mainframe terminal.
Oh, I bet that will tell us what we want to know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here in a minute I need to actually hit the restroom, so
That's it.
there we go. Oop. Not the soldiers you're looking for. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Yes.
Covert operations manual. Permanently more difficult to detect.
That's nice.
Good.
Alright.
It's only a novice encryption. Ah, government. Who cares, right?
Caves.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, no, that's too many
wrong.
matches.
Where's? No, it's 3
Yeah,
matches.
that's too many matches. Fixes. ES.
Yeah, try it. Nope.
Only one. So it's either the E or the S.
Freeze. No.
Yeah, 'cause it's still ES. Words, because that would match the S.
No, because it
No,
doesn't match
because that would
the
match
2.
the
Hang
R.
on.
I swear some of these don't actually have a correct answer. Pulls, maybe?
Nails. It's
Where's-
nails. Right
where's-
below it.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, score.
You're welcome.
Maintenance operations. Shutdown initiated. Mainframe in power save mode. Federal Surveillance Center, K-21B.
Uh-huh.
Maintenance operations. Initiate system reboot. Yeah. Warning. Rebooting systems will reset functions to factory settings. Some functions may not respond as expected. Hang on, let me see if there's any other entries in this thing. No. Is there anything else I can do?
Yeah. Go back. Just keep going back. There you go. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, database network. It's just saying it's offline.
Yep, so we have to.
Okay, well, let's reboot it then.
Okay.
Yes. Reactivate emergency elevators.
Deactivate.
Deactivate robot sentries. Yeah, let's do that. Function offline. Please contact your system administrator. Fantastic. Reactivate emergency elevators. Because I assume that's how I access that elevator over there.
Uh-huh.
Alright then.
Oh,
This
wait,
certainly
can
seems...
we read it now?
I don't know. Protectrons are angry.
Valentine liked it, though.
He likes it whenever you successfully hack something.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
Alright.
Check it. See if there's any, like, logs.
Yeah, let me see about that here in a second.
She last said we missed anything. We found a computer. It didn't have any information except we now know this was a surveillance station.
So, let me check and see that. Was there anything else on this?
Database network online.
Offline.
Oh, is it still offline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Box.
Looks like there's circuitry over here.
Yeah. And there's a military grade
Well
box
tested.
thing.
Update.
Right there.
Okay, cool.
Heads
Look,
up.
if you would, please. And here in a second, I apologize, guys. I'm gonna have to use the restroom for just a minute. Because I drank a lot of tea prior to starting stream.
See what I can do.
Alright. So I'm gonna get into position. I'm actually going to save. There we go. So I leave you in the care of my lovely co-pilot, and I shall return momentarily.
That's probably not good care right now, but okay. This is what happens when you drink tea for dinner. Apparently. Ugh. Alrighty, Snowman Graham. We will see you later. Enjoy your noms. Snowman Graham is heading out for the night. Gonna get something to eat.
Have a good evening. Alright. Apologies for that little interruption. Okay. Nick, any input on this?
Alive. I'm listening. Hey, Valentine. You got time to talk now?
Sure.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Okay. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figured there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. Gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
That's awfully fair and forthcoming of you. So what do you know about the Institute? Let's keep this centered for now.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years. Someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world. Such people in it.
Why? What's the motivation for that?
I don't know.
Are they remotely keeping tabs on him? Does he realize maybe...
Maybe they're watching through his eyes.
Yeah, maybe
somehow?
he's a protracted experiment to do with the formulation of will.
Anybody still in there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just kind of spaced out for a second there. Alright, so how about that detective outfit, man?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear.
Fair enough.
Got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
That's fair.
I like you, Nick.
And for those who might have missed it, I did find the thing in the, essentially, ATF office of the actual Nick Valentine, the detective that went through, after some traumatic experiences on the job, a mind upload procedure.
Maybe the silent treatment, huh?
I'm sorry, man. I'm so spacey. It's just I have so much on my
Well,
mind.
let's ask who he is.
Yeah. So who are you really?
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time.
I'd imagine.
I know I'm a synth, authentic institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war.
There you go.
They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. I don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Interesting.
From my time?
You're a robot?
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Interesting.
Do you want to visit that town?
Yeah.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
Trying to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established. But the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
Kindness creates kindness.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
And I do too.
Agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
All right then.
That was cool. Save.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got a sec?
Yeah.
Sure.
You all right?
Had something to add? Everything all right?
You all right, Nick?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these flashes, memories of places I've never been, things I've never seen, memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am, that I'm not a person at all.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
just a machine, pretending to
not.
be human.
More than pretending, or humanity's overrated?
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life trapped inside their skulls.
That's
Don't
fair.
get me wrong. I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always was counting myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I passed for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it because without them I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
I think you already do.
Built your own life?
Yeah.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks.
Anytime, my friend.
Aww.
Because that's actually something that we were...
There is
What?
this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now.
Is there?
I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Absolutely.
Sure?
What are we talking about?
Sure thing.
What kind of history are we talking here?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter.
I've heard of him.
He was a bad man, did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter located underneath the sub shop he used as a headquarters.
I think I found that.
Yeah, you came across that on your file. It was
I
locked.
remember him.
We found the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
I read about him in the
Story
papers.
gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death. Live
What?
forever.
So he's still around.
So he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't
Startlingly
want to be a
so.
frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him. No. He invested his money in some sick, crazy
Like that girl we found?
The ghoulification process.
Yeah. Radiation.
You don't mean to tell me he used that radiation to...
That's right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter, safe and sound, ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again.
I don't know if he spent a couple centuries in isolation.
So that never happens. You in?
Definitely.
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent. And Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, you in?
Fair enough. Can't say I didn't do the same thing with Kellogg.
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find
That's
all
what
of those
those numbers
holotapes,
are.
we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to.
So he's already got a couple.
Including one of Winter's. I managed to snatch from the Cambridge police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. My gut tells me the Boston police evidence terminals are the key to cracking this one. It's probably worth paying a visit to any of the departments you might have stumbled across.
I've already started on that little trail. I've got a few of those tapes already. And I suspect Eddie's probably a feral by now. Because if he spent a couple centuries in isolation,
He's gone insane.
yeah, that'll drive anyone
But
insane.
that means that
He's still alive.
he's still dangerous to
Oh yeah, he's absolutely dangerous.
Save.
He's probably one of the most powerful ferals in existence.
save.
Yeah.
Must have been that same thing that when we found that girl who was doing research for people.
Yeah. He was probably the one that commissioned that research. Jeez, I didn't expect that to actually tie in.
That's really cool, though.
Hang on, let me exit my power armor, because I can't tell what the hell is hurting me periodically.
Video says, anyone else think it a bit odd that the power armor helmet doesn't act as a rebreather?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah,
What
are
the
we
hell?
radiation? Getting radiated? Oh, we're hungry.
There isn't a hunger meter in this game.
Or, well, if you look at the corner.
I know, it's because I'm under the effects of grilled rat stag. It's a stat increase.
No, I don't know.
Let me get rid of radiation. And heal up.
Let's see.
Am I still getting affected? No? Alright.
I don't know.
I think I'm fine-ish now.
Jake Awesome
Nope. Still
says,
happening.
hey guys, it's been a while. Hello, hello.
There we go.
And Don is here and asks what kind of armor it's in. And it is, in fact, modded it.
Yep.
XO2 power armor.
Alright, well, let's continue on then.
Save.
I just did.
Ooh.
Okay. Nick, you can catch the elevator down on the next run. Unless he just teleports in.
I think he teleports. Scarlett says, we're getting close to 100 YouTube subs. We're gonna get ideas for a special
The hell?
video. Where the fuck are we?
So, that was just...
It's just pointing us here because...
because it's just someplace to check. Alright then. That's interesting. Alright.
But yeah, Scarlett's getting close to 100 YouTube subs and wants ideas for a special video.
I don't know, man. Couldn't tell you. Congrats, though.
Shield says, must be nice to have tea, because I can only have juice, Kool-Aid, or water. No pop, coffee, or teas for a week. Noah
Avoiding
says,
caffeine then.
Yeah. Noah says, so Kid and Vi, you'll be pleased to hear that the Discord is working perfectly.
Sweet.
Awesome sauce. Jake says, it sucks. 8 days till exams for me. And Don's like, I know, right?
I feel for you
School,
guys that
man.
are still in school.
School.
I
School
cannot say I
sucks.
miss it. I miss the people, I miss the environment, especially of college. That's oil. Do not miss all the stress, though.
Definitely not.
I freaking loved the college environment, though. Ah, the muscles in my leg keep twitching for some reason. Hang on, let me check and see. Ah, that's right, I'm at the edge of the map here. Okay, so the map is pointing me straight to the crater of Ground Zero. Alright, so let me head a little east. Oh, I see something on the compass. That looks like a facility. And I see something glowing.
Oh, be careful.
What is that? Oh, it's a generator. Okay.
Don says, have fun with the death claws. I know.
Oh, yeah.
We've come across a lot of death claws here.
Okay. Atlantic offices. Whoop. So far, Nick continues to earn his place as my favorite companion
Shield
in the game.
says, doctor's orders. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always sucks. Like, oh,
Ooh, hey.
okay, whoa, okay, whoa. Is there anything interesting in there?
We'll find out in a minute.
I mean, two
See,
electric triple. Ooh.
I'm curious, because if the writers did their due diligence, then they'll have written in, and again, chat, no spoilers, I'm just thinking out loud here, a reason for the Chinese to have chosen this particular area as their target for an atomic strike.
Yeah.
So there's something important to the pre-war conflict in this area somewhere.
Scouts here are being incredibly lively up on
Ah,
Hi. Feeling very Dean right now.
love me some pie.
Love me some pie.
Actually, I don't. I'm more of a cake guy. I like to pull the line.
Well, you have to admit, apple pie and apple cobbler, some pretty good stuff.
They're certainly eatable.
Especially when you put really good ice cream on top, and they're just like. We have to go to the top and go through.
Oh, there we go. No, I'm good.
Okay. Jake wants to know where the doge is. He is at
He's at Red Rocket.
he is guarding the
'Cause-
homestead.
For one, I like the idea of having him in his doghouse and whoa! Hi there.
There's a loaded glowing one.
You're looking at it
Oh.
anyway.
Oh, it's so gross. Oh.
Dogmeat actually kind of annoys me because his pathfinding is all over the damn place.
The Raging Pelican is here. It says the Raging Pelican is on the case.
Got it.
Everyone can go home. Pelican's got this.
Should have bought a better one.
I don't like the bloated whatever the.
He's hitting that irradiated Krispy Kreme. Not sponsored.
Dawn turned 15 on
Alive.
Memorial Day and got some nice headphones.
Good times.
Jake says, so gross, but so cool looking. But gross, though. It's so, it's so, It's so, It's so, So, Ugh.
I'm still acclimating to using headphones myself. It's like sometimes I just don't feel like using them.
That's
Because
okay. I
they end up
totally
making my
get that.
ears hurt after a while. Even the ones that aren't earbuds, that are actually like the full things.
No, they make me hurt too sometimes. Especially ones that aren't shaped
Yeah,
well, because then I'm like, it hurts.
yeah.
Ooh. You see any more buildings that we want to go in and explore?
Let me check here. Okay. Yeah, there are so few map markers out here. I think it's
On purpose.
to force you to
I kind of like it though.
navigate
I kinda,
with Dead Reckoning. I actually like that. Alright, I'm going to continue a little farther east. Because I see a factory icon.
ooh, look there. Factory sounds like fun.
Looks like an irradiated river. Hopefully none of this flows out of the glowing sea. Hopefully this is water that's flowing into it. Capsized factory.
Go in it. There's a door.
There's a tunnel.
Oh, I want to know.
There's a hole in the ceiling of it.
I
Okay.
kind of want to go in the tunnel.
I'm starting to think Nick might actually have an AoE on his armor. Because when he lags, like, far from me, I don't get the damage thing. Whenever he comes close, I get hurt a little bit. So maybe it's something that's on the XO2 causing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, nope. Tunnel's filled up. All right.
I was hoping for the tunnel. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what we just went through.
I'm pretty certain it's Nick that's causing the thing now. Hi. So it looks like this was just some kind of manufacturing plant.
I'm curious to see if there's anything fun we can find.
Because I'm taking my time exploring all of these places.
Because you never know what we'll find here.
Well,
That's
and like I
what's
said,
going on.
I suspect there's some form of strategic value to
There must be.
at least one of the major targets here, if not several. Because you just don't drop an atomic weapon on an
Yeah.
area that there's no
really-
point for.
Yeah. Scarlet says, well, the impact landing does do a small AoE.
That's not what he's doing, though.
Yeah.
It's just when he's standing next to me, I'd like get hurt
Bob
every few
thinks it might be
seconds.
because we're overweight, but I don't think so.
You don't get hurt from over encumbrance.
There's probably a mod to make you get hurt due to
You're
overencumbrance.
straining your muscles.
It's like you're like crushing yourself.
And I'm not overweight anyway.
We have a lot of shit to deliver to the Prickwin.
Yeah.
Because we've got a whole bunch of technical documents, a whole bunch of the viable blood samples.
Yeah, I have not gone there since the last stream because I've had Nick with me, and I've heard that they have specific reactions to seeing him. Alright, well, I guess that was it.
Okay.
Okay. Jeez, this place is just intensely eerie.
So creepy.
I see you up there.
What is it?
That's a Deathclaw. Man, that is an iconic silhouette, if ever there was one.
Man.
Jeez. Good lord. That looks like something out of one of the old, like, heavy metal illustrations.
No. There's a lot of stuff around here. I like it. Sarah says, Ken, I watched your DEF CON stream last night. Dropping nukes on pointless targets is the whole aim. Just saying. Yeah, but...
That's me as commander.
What is this? Just a ruined office?
There's something here.
Oh, that looks gross. Oh, it looks so gross. That floor. Or ground, rather. I'm like, oh.
That,
Oh,
like,
no. Is there
sickly
anything?
yellow stuff.
There we go. Calmex?
Yeah. I think that reduces the sway. It's essentially Xanax.
Someone's coming.
Jake wants to know if you've played Division lately.
Just last night, actually.
You a Geiger counter doing cartwheels too?
Yeah. I haven't done all that much with it, and I'll save my thoughts for some of their recent patches and stuff for the next time I end up streaming that game,
Yep.
because I don't want it to.
Oh, that's so good. Are we really gonna walk through that?
No, we're gonna walk around that.
'Cause it looks really, That's what it just looks, I mean, look at that. Look at that. That
Hi
looks
there.
so...
How are you?
I don't like how they, I don't like how their legs move. Look at that. That looks so gross. It's like, I don't think we want to step in that.
Nah,
I think it might
probably
just
not.
corrode our armor, just like instant.
Jeez. I know I'm not saying all that much. I'm just kind of letting this area speak for itself.
Don asks, who agrees that it's outrageous for a strictly multiplayer game like Overwatch to be $40?
Well, it depends on the level of content offered.
Yep. If there's a lot of content, I can see it. If there's not a lot of content and most of it's all based on microtransactions, then I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Either you give us the content and we pay the flat however much it start, or you make it the base free and then do microtransactions. You can't have it both ways. As far as I'm concerned, but I'm not the one pricing things, so. And I'll show more. Oh, you're not, are you?
I'm curious as hell why this is red.
Oh. Brood mother. What is a brood mother?
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh, sure. She's legendary, though.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Just coming out of the friggin' woodwork here.
Oh. Kill all with fire or something. I don't know.
God.
Just,
And suddenly Deathclaw. Holy shit. This just got intense in a hurry.
so that's at least 2 legendaries. The rat
No,
scorpion.
I'll have to check like everything around here.
That is at least 1 mole rat and 1 rat scorpion legendary. Oh God, is that a glowing Deathclaw?
Just said that.
Ugh.
That'll do.
Don says it's almost all microtransactions. He says, I say Overwatch should be free to play, but some stuff is paid. Yep. Oh. Ooh. Stop twitching. I don't like twitching.
Alright. Let's check everything out.
There's at least 2 legendary corpses around here.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Oh, and another
What?
friggin' Deathclaw.
What?
Alright. At least that's just
Fox
a
Smudgy
normal one.
says, also the only microtransactions is buying more tokens. Gotcha. Well, if that's the case, then that's not so bad.
That's fine.
As long as you can still get the stuff that people would pay for, like with in-game stuff that you earn in-game, then I'm fine with playing a flat rate
Oh
to
my
get in.
friggin' god.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh!
Whoa. Alright then.
Is it over?
I can't tell.
Nick?
Nick, carry things.
Sarah says they nerfed the albino scorpions. Nice. It wasn't suddenly Deathclaw the catchphrase for a previous stream.
Probably. Oh, great. He can't carry anymore. Ugh.
Big O says they're coming out of the walls, man. They're coming out of the walls.
Game's over, man.
Where's the freaking...
Thank you, Nick. Investigating machete.
So that's the rat scorpion. Now I have to find the mole rat.
It's around here somewhere. There we go. Sentinel's pool cue.
My gosh.
Okay.
Go home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find whatever map marker is closest. I think it's right over here. Thankfully, this game does remember if you drop stuff. So if I drop stuff, it should remain here
Yeah.
next time I come. Oh, this is an eventful first foray.
Good lord.
This is another cave, isn't it? Eh,
Oh.
because of course it is.
We should totally go in there. But not yet.
Come on. Mark it on the map. There we go. Alright, so this is... The hell? Hang on a second. I'm off the edge of the map. That's a thing that can happen? Alright, I didn't know that.
Hey.
Okay.
All those explosives are a huge burden. I carry only 5 fraggers and molotovs. Special ones carried on specific missions.
Yeah, I know. I'm usually fine. I'm just not used to operating in power armor.
Whew.
And he just cannot carry anymore. Alright. So I'm gonna have to...
Don thinks you might have come across such a Deathclaw nest or something.
Drop some of these. Actually, let me feed him the junk. Oh, come on, man. Alright.
The map extends past the borders.
Apparently.
That's really disturbing. I'm just gonna put that out
It
there.
isn't really, it's just something I didn't know.
Bob says, yeah, they expanded the invisible wall for the glowing sea area instead of just making the map a little bigger.
Gotcha. That's probably done to give it a little more mystery. Since it's something that you clearly wouldn't expect. Alright, I may have to make a couple of trips of this.
Hey, you dropped something.
I know. Alright. So let's see. I'm trying to speculate on, like, the Institute's aims. Because it seems like, from what Nick is describing, that they do sometimes just throw synths away. And they clearly don't necessarily care all that much about the outside world, so, whatever happens to them just happens. At the same time, though, like, why spy on settlements and, like, replace people? I still haven't put together their motivations.
Heads up.
Here's what I've got.
Alrighty. Like, I know they're thematically channeling a lot of the old, like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers and that kind of thing, like from, classic Pulp Fiction. I get that. It's just, like, in lore. Alright, the game just crashed. Come on, man. Alright, I guess I'll load from an autosave. No, do not start updating another game. Steam, screw yourself. That's the first crash I've had in a long time.
Fox Fudges says rip. Yep.
I don't know. That happens.
Unfortunately.
So hopefully... I already dropped all my stuff. Wait a minute.
Where are we?
Where am I?
Check the map. We haven't made it to the...
I haven't even freaking found the cave yet. Okay. You know what? I'll just fast travel now. Good enough. I don't think I had found that red pool of death yet at this point.
No.
I have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what's weird?
Huh.
I don't think that's a reflection on the helmet. I think I'm actually like seeing inside of it, which means that's like an action posed suit with no one in it, and yet there are fingers on that hand. The hell? Or, well, hang on. No, I think those are fully enclosed orange. I couldn't tell if it was skin tone there for a second.
I don't know.
Alright, now, Nick, can you hand me things without crashing the game? I'll click a little slower this time, in case I was simply giving it, like, input overload.
Oh. The glowing sea, man.
Cheery place. The hell?
I don't suppose you know what you were clicking on.
I know.
What?
It's crashing when the menu goes over the armor he has in his inventory. So that mod isn't entirely stable.
Should we take him out of the...
Yeah, I'm gonna take him out of it and then deactivate it.
Scott says that's some Doctor Who shit, man.
Alright, apologies for this little interruption. Such is the reality of playing with modded games. I just couldn't help myself, man. They're there. And I love them so. And I kept holding off for so long because I wanted to wait for the stability, funny now, of using like actual ESPs created with the creation kit and all that. Because there's always the inherent risk of playing with the ones that are made with like FO4 edit and that kind of thing, that they can corrupt saves and all that. So I was holding off until the official tools were available for modders to use. So, somewhat sad times, because, I mean, at least I had the awe of finding that armor, even though I'm going to have to scrap it. Okay.
Scott suggests taking all and then get back anything that you want to have.
Yeah. It's causing issues already. I'm not about to risk it causing any more. So, Nick, if you would, please.
I'll see what I can do.
How do I tell you to exit power armor? Stop following me.
Hey,
I'm all ears.
over here.
Done and done.
Seriously, how do I tell him to exit power armor?
I don't know.
Huh.
Do you want to look it up?
Hang on.
Nick.
Is that...
How we doing on the hunt for Eddie's tapes?
Found a few.
Still searching.
Still searching for them.
Just let me know when you manage to get your hands on them.
I'll make sure you're first to know, my friend. Okay, well. In the meantime...
Can you tell him to interact with the armor stand?
Hey,
Maybe I don't want it on there, though. And that's just telling him to inspect it.
Okay, I tried.
I can at least get rid of some of this stuff, that way it isn't causing problems. But some of these are legendaries, so I need to put them in their respective place. So apologies for the little lull in the stream.
Scarlett suggests talking to him, but
I just tried that, it didn't do anything.
he's the lag, love. Oh, actually talk. Get out should be an option.
Oh, okay.
heads up.
What's
Did I just
anything I
miss
can
it?
help with?
Exit power armor.
Oh.
I need you to get out of your power.
I just missed it then.
Good thing.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Why don't you take...
And that's what it was, because he has a Tesla helmet. So that's why I kept getting shocked, and that's why I kept seeing electrical crackles in the water every time enemies were fighting us near water. I get it. Alright, so sadly, Nick, I have to scrap your precious armor, because the mod is causing problems. Alright, let me hop out of mine.
You can still put him in power armor.
Heads up.
There we go. Thank you, my friend. Good lord. Didn't realize how many things I'd actually gotten. Yeah.
There's something you need?
Yeah, let's go put these up. I think I hear shots in the distance. Damn kids always on my lawn. Yeah, you can hear one of the radio shows on right now. Hopefully, since it isn't music, it won't show up on copyright matching. Ghoul Slayers, Poisoners. I think it was the chest piece, maybe? When I moused over it in the menu, it caused a crash. I think it's like that's sort of a legacy glitch, because that same sort of thing happened exactly with certain mods for New Vegas and Fallout 3, is if you moused over them in the menu, something about it, like, you know, reading that part of the code caused problems. Then again, the creation engine is still just an amplified, overhauled version of the old Gamebryo engine. Alright. Put that in here, just so it isn't in my inventory. And now let's get rid of some of this food and carry weight. I think I'll put it in the workshop. That way, if anything adds it as components of craftable things, it's already in here. Fungus. Purified water can go in there. I really don't need those. I need to cook a lot of that. So if you need to hit the restroom, now's probably the time for chat. This will take me a few minutes to actually knock out.
Fox Switches says, I like how much more organized you are in your bases than I am. Yeah.
You wouldn't know it if you looked around my office. I'm, in fact, a very organized person.
GTG, I think that he's gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Have a good one, man. Put chems up. Colmex I don't need. Mentats I don't need. Jet don't need. Medics. Psycho. I use these more as currency than anything else. There we go. Alright. I can actually put some of this food up because I really don't need that much. Deathclaw steaks, don't need that many. I'm keeping all my grilled rat stack because that improves carry weight. So, actually I can put the irradiated blood up too. And it's heavy, so I need to. Oh, I missed mentats, okay. Rat scorpion steak. I'll put most of those up. Ribeyes, I think I'll put like all of up. Because I really want to get to a more reasonable carry level, so I'm not constantly handing stuff off to Nick.
Yep.
Let's see, okay. Mentats go in there, radiated blood goes in there, explosives, not going to carry that many. Molotovs, don't need that many. Keep the Nuka. Plasma don't need. And I should probably elevate my voice over the radio. That's part of why I'm mumbling to myself, just in case any of that does show up in copyright stuff. Because such is the life of operating on YouTube and such. junk. I'm down to 280, so I think I'm good. So now let me save. There we go. Now just exit to the main menu, deactivate the X02 mod, and continue on. Alright. That audio. Now it's around here somewhere. So that's all guns. Gloves, riot armor, jackets. Enclave X02. Deactivate. There we go. So consider that a little intermission for stream.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, these things happen. I've long since stopped caring about trying to make this the cleanest presentation stream series I've ever conducted, even though that was the initial intent for this. I've just had so many issues affected. And for anyone curious, I should clarify why I think it was chapter 12 of this series looked like it got put up again on the channel. It's because that was one that got automatically cut into multiple pieces when I exported it from Twitch to YouTube. It wasn't one where the connection went out midstream. It's just for some reason the export did it, even though it usually doesn't. So I was finally able to, with the YouTube editor, combine the two pieces of that particular stream export into a single video. And since I had to render it onto the channel essentially as a new one, then it counted as a new video. So for anyone who was confused, that's why that happened the way it did. Okay, let me just make sure.
This is pies. Nom nom. Sad panda.
Okay, good. So it despawned. Let me just make sure there's no leftover pieces in here, because I am careful like that. Okay, good. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Nick, y'all ready for this? That's too much energy for the horribly depressing place we're going. Okay.
I've been told behind detective agency design are an
I love how since I put legendary on all the different pieces of this armor, I get the legendary sound every time I put it on. I think it's because it's every time, like, counting it as another one of the pieces first getting picked up.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's start from the capsized factory. Oh, hey, I didn't have the clicky glitch this time.
Woo!
It's so hit and miss. It's weird. I have no idea what causes that.
Unless you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
Yeah, well, we're here for a while, so get comfy.
James, James Halford 32 says, what level are you? I'm level 15. We're level...
I'm in the 50s, I think.
50
Let me see.
65.
Oh, I have a few more than I thought.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. I know there's that red pool of death down that way. I need to head southwest toward the crater.
Yeah. Scarlett says, I think you'd be an awesome voiceover Foley artist.
I'd love to do voiceover work. I keep forgetting to apply for audible.com. I feel like I'd really enjoy doing some of their stuff. And I know a lot of, like, channels on YouTube, like Demolition Ranch, for instance, are, like, they have sponsorship deals with them. And it's just, like, at the credit roll of videos, it's just like, hey, here's what I'm reading on Audible. Check it out. Like, that's an endorsement I would do, because it's a cool service. And that's always my rule when it comes to, like, endorsements and sponsorships, is I'll take them as long as I'm allowed to say anything I like. I'm not given a script of just stuff to say. That way I'm not compromising my integrity for it. And if it's a service or a company I don't like, I will not say I like it just because they're paying me. That is not who I am. You know what? This is shotgun time. And Audible does a cool thing, so I wouldn't mind their stuff.
Scarlet says, "Can see it now. A game with music made with only Ken's voice."
Pulling Aaron Hansen just started beatboxing.
Oh. Seriously, whatever that gunk is looks really nasty.
Yeah, it does. Kind of looks like the stuff from the cooling pools of actual, like, nuclear fusion reactors.
It's really gross, is what it is.
Speaking of, I see a radiation symbol on the map in the distance.
Let's go there. That sounds great.
I think this ridge we're seeing is the crater of the actual impact site.
Oh, be careful.
This is ground zero, I think.
Be very careful. Ghost says, "Good night, all. I gotta be up way too early tomorrow. Enjoy the rats."
Alrighty. Have
Well,
a good
it
one, man.
is 10:40 at night, so and we're in Central, which means. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. Are you sure about this?
There's a settlement here.
It's of course. It's probably a bunch
It's
of ghouls.
ghouls, yeah.
Be very, very careful.
Jeez, this is just an impenetrable fortress to anyone that isn't completely shielded. Oh jeez, it's even causing, like, distortions in the air.
Scarlet says, "Kid would be an awesome acapella baritone."
Crater of Atom.
Oh gosh, Atom. As
Is
in,
this another of... that? Why does that look like a sacrificial altar rock?
Don't ask because it probably is.
Hi.
They're not attacking us.
I'll put my gun away for now.
Let's.
You're still human.
How?
The hell? Getting hung up on the environment here.
May Adam bless you with his glow.
The fuck?
Hey,
Adam will lead us all to glorious division.
Alright, they are seriously hammering on the rad magic in this game. Hi.
hey.
The world will see Adam's glory again.
Alright then. That seems interesting. I'll let you sleep, Layla. You continue on.
Stop right there, stranger.
Huh?
You approach Adam's holy ground. Why? State your purpose or be divided in his sight.
Don't you threaten me, lady.
Holy ground, Adam? What's going on here?
Adam reached out and touched this world, bringing his glow to us. It remains to this day a reminder of his promise. Infinite worlds through division.
Virgil?
I'm looking for a Virgil guy. Have you heard of him? I heard he lives around here.
I'm looking for someone named Virgil.
Virgil. Yes, we know this Virgil.
Can you tell me how to find him?
Do you have a moment?
What do you need of me, child?
Try again.
I'm looking for someone named Virgil. Have you seen him?
Yes, I know of him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want with him?
Yeah.
I just need some information from him.
I see. In truth, this Virgil has caused some concern.
Has he?
Some believe his presence is an affront to Adam. Though he came to trade with us on a few occasions, we have had little other contact with him. It was quite clear he wanted to be left alone. You can find him southwest of the crater, living in a cave. I would approach cautiously were I you. I feel he does not want visitors.
Sorry for him, he's about to get one.
You know, it seems to me like these are not the violent Adam worshippers.
I mean, I don't know. She did threaten me with division, which is to say atomic death.
Yeah, but they're not dressed the same either.
Yes, they are.
Are they? Okay,
They are dressed exactly the same as the people up at the lighthouse.
The world will
And I think they're calm here because they know that they have the home field advantage here.
no, it's just something monolith!
Pretty
Jake
much.
Harden says, "I like your videos. Keep up the good work, man."
Hey, cheers. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'm really... Why aren't they ghoulified?
I know. This is weirding me the hell out.
The great divide comes.
I see.
Hey there.
The world will see Adam's glory again.
I don't mean to interrupt your prayer session. I mean, I would walk around you. Because, I mean, at least with
May the divide
Islam.
bring you peace.
You're not supposed to walk in front of them when they pray. Just a little consideration for people to keep in mind for people of other
There
faiths.
wasn't a threat of the division.
If you see someone that is Islamic praying in public, walk around them. Don't walk in front of them. Because it's like poor luck or something. I forget exactly what. You're just not supposed to do it. So, you know, consideration and all that. So southwest, she said. Yeah. I'll let you folks have it then. Carry on. Little confused. Kinda concerned. I guess I'll just, keep heading on then. So they said he lives in a cave. Come on.
Marcus is having fun with Noah and Bob in Discord.
Good times. Yeah, I've meant to get Marcus access to voice chat for a while. So having the open Discord channel should make that kind of thing a lot easier for game jams and stuff in the future. My only rule that I'll instate for that is, and for those who aren't aware, Discord is a voice chat program that we're going to start using. If we're doing game jams, then I just ask that only people that are actually actively participating in game join the Discord. Of course, we may also have like an inactive players lobby if people cycle in and out, that kind of thing. Because thankfully you can make like multiple lobbies and channels. So, crashed plane.
I bet that was peasant.
Some circuitry. Military grade. So this was... Oh yeah, this is a fighter.
There's more circuitry.
Yeah. Looks like somebody was scrapping this thing. Probably Virgil.
Yeah.
Yay, thrust vectoring! I'm so happy about what little things like that say about the state of avionics pre-war. Hi there, Deathclaw. I see you.
I don't think we're alone.
Albino Deathclaw?
Great. It has a friend.
That's a creepy looking Deathclaw.
Gotcha.
Legendary Savage Deathclaw.
Good times.
Kill it.
Come at me.
Savage Deathclaws look terrifying.
Yeah, they do. They're like cracked off horn and all that.
Uh-huh.
And they're darker. Yeah.
For some reason, that Deathclaw had a silver table knife.
Probably just jammed in its hide.
I don't think it saved whoever it was.
Yeah, probably not.
Just gonna say that. Just gonna go ahead and put that out there.
This field seems strangely flat. Oh wait, it's because it's a parking lot. At least it was. Because there are car parts dusted around the place. And let me guess. Yeah, I'm well off the map. Holy crap, this extends far. Jeez. Hang on, what's that glow up there?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'm curious. I'm also getting hungry again.
Yeah, me too. I had pretty much intended for this stream to encompass my journey into the glowing sea, and it's exactly what it is. So
Well,
I think,
we're pretty far in the glowing sea at this point,
Yeah.
I'd say.
so I think once I find Virgil, unless there's something that I feel just makes sense, you know, momentum-wise, to do, I may call it an evening once
Gave
I
up on
find him.
finding the glowy thing.
I think it was just environmental stuff around the rim of the crater.
Gotcha.
Because I'm pretty certain that crater is that green glow we see in the southwest distance from other parts of the map. They did not skimp on making this a large section of the map, too.
Yeah.
I am happy about that. Because it really lends it this otherworldly quality. Like, it is completely different from the rest of the Commonwealth. And hell, it's completely different from even the Capital Wasteland. Ooh. That's glowing a little more intensely than anything else. I think that's like irradiated oil.
James Haffer says you look like Seth Rogen.
I get that a lot. I get that like once a week in comments. Ooh. Aha. So there's his cave. That Deathclaw wasn't like his friggin' guard dog, was it?
And Jake Sargent says he really does.
Yeah, especially when I let my hair grow out a little bit. I'm due for a cut. Alright, so that seems like sentry lights.
Oh yeah.
They aren't automated, are they? I mean, they are. They're not automatically aggressive. Alright. So clearly, he already knows I'm here. No sense in keeping quiet about it. He's a super mutant. Interesting. Hi.
Hold it. Take it nice and slow. No sudden moves. I know you're from the Institute. So where's Kellogg? Huh? Trying to sneak up on me while you distract me? It's not going to work. I'm not stupid. I knew they'd send him after me.
I, head him off.
Are you Virgil?
You know damn well I am. What are you doing here?
Need help?
Yeah.
I need your help.
My help? With what? How did you even find me anyway?
That's a long story, sir.
I'm just a guy looking for information on the Institute.
The Institute? So, they did send you, didn't they?
Not exactly.
You working with Kellogg?
Taken care of.
But Kellogg's been taken care of.
Dead. He's dead.
Very.
Don't you lie to me.
Is it so hard to believe?
Of course it is. Kellogg was ruthless. There's a reason the Institute used him to do their dirty work for so many years. I knew they'd send him after me. Tried to prepare for it. But I still wasn't sure I'd make it. And so you killed him, eh? Then what do you want with me?
Why not? I'll risk it.
Why did you leave the Institute? I know you came from there.
You know about the escape? But how? No, it doesn't matter. I'm not going back. I can't go back. Look at me. Why are you even here? What do you want?
Was he not always a super mutant?
I don't get the impression he was.
I need whatever information you've got. Anything to help me get into the Institute.
I'm sorry, what? You want to get into the Institute? Are you insane? Never mind how nearly impossible that is. Even if you were to succeed, it'd almost certainly end in your immediate death.
I've heard
What
that.
reason could you possibly have for taking that kind of risk?
My son?
I'm trying to find my son. The Institute kidnapped him.
Oh. Oh no. I had no idea. I'm sorry. Yeah. The Institute has taken people from the Commonwealth in the past. If your son is one of them, I can understand why you'd want to get in there. I can help. But I'm going to need something in return.
Sure.
What do you want from me?
Before I had to escape, I was working on a serum that would serve as a cure for my condition.
Interesting.
I wasn't able to bring it with me, It's still in my lab and, well, look at me. I need it. I need you to find it for me if you manage to get inside the Institute. What do you say?
Easily done.
You help me and I'll help you.
All right. All right. Let's talk details. First things first. You know how synths get in and out of the Institute?
Teleportation.
Yeah, they use some sort of teleporter.
Well. Not many know about it. Pretty closely guarded secret.
I'd imagine.
You've certainly done your homework. It's commonly referred to as the molecular relay. I don't understand all the science behind it, but it works. Dematerializes you in one place, rematerializes you in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality.
It
The
just
relay
works.
is the only way in and out of the Institute. You understand? The only one. That means you're going to have to use it. Now, have you ever seen an Institute courser?
Plenty.
Sure, lots of them.
Don't bullshit me. More than one of them and you wouldn't be standing here right now. Coursers are Institute synths, designed for one purpose. They're hunters. Operations go wrong, a synth goes missing, and a courser is dispatched. They're very good at what they do, and you're going to have to kill one.
Okay.
Why do I have to kill one?
Because you want to get into the Institute. Remember? There, your ticket in. Every courser has special hardware that gives them a direct connection to the relay in the Institute. It's
Interesting.
embedded in a chip in their heads. You need that chip. But to get it, you'll have to find a courser. Now, I don't know exactly where you can find one. They haven't sent any after me. And sitting here waiting doesn't seem like a good plan. You're going to have to hunt one down. I can tell you where to start and give you some help finding one. But you'll have to do the dirty work.
Fair enough.
Okay. Sure.
What do I need to do?
Listen up. The primary insertion point for coursers is in the ruins of Ch.18, directly above the Institute. So you'll want to head there.
So it is there.
Now, the relay causes some pretty heavy interference all across the EM spectrum. You've got a radio on that Pip-Boy, right? When you get to the ruins, tune into the lower end of the band and listen in. You'll be able to hear the interference. Follow the signal, and it'll lead you to a courser. Then, you just have to not get killed. Not gonna lie, the odds aren't in your favor here. But if you do make it, remember what I said about the serum. I need it badly. I really do hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay.
So those are the anomalous signals that the Brotherhood picked up on. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be a fun fight, I bet.
Yeah.
Hunter hunted.
Interesting shop you got here.
You find a courser, don't underestimate it. The
Right.
ship's no good if you're dead.
And the hard part is telling them apart from anyone else.
Yep, because they look just like other people.
Yep. Because we
He
saw
has a
several.
cat by his bed. There's a cat picture.
Because we saw several of those in Kellogg's memories.
Which is how we've seen several of them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he doesn't know that.
we haven't fought any, but we've seen them.
Yeah.
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. Let's say we get out of here.
Yeah, agreed.
So
Found what we're looking for.
My first playthrough, I legit forgot about the serum. He wasn't exactly happy with me.
I'd imagine. Alright, well,
I think that's a good,
yeah, that's one hell of a stopping point.
I didn't expect
So-
him to be a super mutant.
I didn't either. I was curious how in, like, the hell he was surviving active life in the glowing sea. I figured he might have had like a full containment suit, maybe gotten ghoulified. I did not expect super mutant though. So I'm assuming maybe they were doing some FEV experiments, or maybe he just got exposed to it like soon after getting expelled from the Institute, or rather escaping from it.
Well,
maybe then again, since he was
working on a serum for it previously.
Yeah, that's true. So he was already a super mutant when they captured him, which means he's one of the few smart super mutants.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's at least 2 in this game world. So
Yeah,
there's one at the tower.
Yeah, I'm certain the one in the tower on the radio signal is another one. There was Fox in Fallout 3, and there's Marcus and I forget the name of the other one in Fallout New Vegas. I mean, there's the entire settlement of them in New Vegas. So, interesting. Let me level real fast. I think I'll go for... You know what? Let's improve toughness, since I'm about to go into one hell of a fight. And let me scout out where Ch.18 actually is. Okay, so...
Because I can give vague revelations about him if you want. Nah.
Once I've completed things.
If we don't find the revelations ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty
I think
close.
We should do next thing if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty close to Cambridge then, because I think Ch.18 is an analog of MIT.
I think it's the Cambridge.
Yeah, Cambridge Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
So then that means that the Institute's like core facility is completely enclosed underground.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You cannot get in or out without using their...
They probably sealed the tunnels used to construct it with concrete with an automated system or something.
Yeah.
Interesting. And there's one line of Virgil's that gives me pause. Because I think the game is trying to throw me off here. My initial suspicion of this story, prior to the game even coming out, is that the character's son, Sean, I think, please chat, do not confirm if I'm right or wrong anything. I'm just throwing this out there, speculation. I think when we find Sean, he's even older than the main character. Because we still haven't gotten a definitive answer as to how long the gap in our cryogenic sleep actually was in seeing him get abducted and then awakening ourselves.
We do know he was at least a kid.
Yeah, we know he was a kid when he got abducted. We don't know how long ago that was.
We know he's at least a kid because of Kellogg's memory when they took him into the Institute proper.
We don't know how long ago that was, though.
I know, but the point is he was a baby when we first saw him get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Now we know he's at least a kid.
Well, at least, yeah.
At least, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's an adult or older. I think he's an old man.
He probably is.
Because there's one line that Virgil said that Virgil did their dirty work for so many years. Mm-hmm. Kellogg's memories made it seem as though he only worked for them for the last few years. Virgil, though, especially with the memory span and therefore the perspective of a super mutant with regard to time, insofar as they're effectively immortal, kind of like ghouls, I don't think he would refer to something that even humans would consider so many years unless it was that to his perspective of having passed so much time. So that seems like Kellogg probably worked for the Institute for decades, in which case his age doesn't add up. So I'm suspecting early. Kellogg was probably an early courser. And for one, that's why he's so damn able. I think the actual Kellogg was probably killed and then had his mind uploaded into a courser a la Nick when he first joined the Institute, and that the courser version of him may not even have any recollection of that.
Well, we did get a whole bunch of synth parts off of his core.
Exactly. So that's why I think he was probably an early one. So he's still got a few little like modulation chips to keep him functioning properly. I'm calling it early. I think the Kellogg that I fought was an engineered replication of the original Kellogg, whose memories we explored.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
That's my speculation. So interesting.
Alright.
I'm gonna mull all this over. So now I know it's at Cambridge. And actually, didn't I... Hang on, I jotted something down here in my notes. Yeah, there was a call on the radio for someone having some kind of trouble in Cambridge. It was like an emergency signal. So I found that a couple of streams ago, I think. Interesting. So, I guess I know where we're headed next time. Straight to Cambridge and CIT. Alright. Let me put things up. I think my favorite aspect of this game is just the speculation, because I enjoy that in most games, of trying to figure out what's going on. I do wish that I had the ability to press characters for more information, because the only reason I don't know some of these things is because I haven't asked. And I feel like I, in the same situation, would have the clarity of thought to ask specific questions, so that I could, suss out the timeline and that kind of thing.
Cheryl says, I think the emergency signal was left over from Dan's.
Okay.
That could be.
Possibly, because
they were at the Cambridge police station.
Right, there, that's where they were in that protracted firefight. Alright, well, let me put this armor up. There we go. And... ta-da! Onto the rack with you. Make sure to pull the fusion core so it doesn't walk off. There we go. Now, Nick, did I hand you anything?
Hey.
Yep, a few things.
I'll see
There
what
we
I can do.
Suddenly I can carry so much more. And did I have anything else to put away? I don't really. So I'll probably put away a few things from now until the next stream. So since I've sort of kicked this series into gear again, then expect the next entry in this series sometime pretty soon. Because, again, I am absolutely excited to get into playing the story of Automatron and Far Harbor, because I've heard that, especially the latter, is a lot more nuanced than the main story. So I'm excited to get to that. So I kind of want to get the main story finished so I can get to the others. And to finally get some, closure on the primary narrative. And at that point, I may kind of take the gloves off and the restraints for my personal exploration and actually start checking the place out. Because once I've completed the main story, then it's just kind of screwing around in-game.
Scott says there's a mod that prevents power armor from negating normal armor.
Ooh, I may have to get that, because...
If you could link that, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, that may come in incredibly handy, because I've already done the story required Glowing Sea exploration. I'm absolutely going there again, though. So... because I still haven't found anything that I think would make for a tactically advantageous target. Of course, that crater was so massive, whatever the hell was there is completely gone. So, maybe there's nothing left to find. I was hoping for, clues and hints at it, though.
I still think there's stuff in there for us.
I think there is, and I think it's gonna not necessarily have any revelations on the main story. I think it'll do more, world storytelling. Yeah. I hope, anyway.
Noah says, hey Ken, whenever Stram ends, could I ask you to hop into Discord for a quick moment?
Yeah.
You and I both need to see this.
Okay. Then I will hop in momentarily. We're going to get food, so I'll just hop in for a minute.
I'm really hungry.
So, I have saved, right? I think I just did.
Yeah, you just saved.
Confirm save, because I'm paranoid. There we go. So this was fun. I've enjoyed this. As I said, I'm absolutely looking forward to doing the next one. So that will probably happen in the next few days. We've got some other streams lined up. It'll probably happen sometime over the weekend. In the meantime, I'm going to try to play catch-up on the interruptions to the schedule because of all the weather and everything, and try to get stuff pre-scheduled again for this coming week. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. So, cheers for sticking around, you guys. I'm definitely glad we're doing these midweek streams now, because like I keep getting the itch, and it was just like, we have to wait a few more days. Now we can actually do it. So, I'm Kinsmark here at Lastable Press.
I'm Violeta.
Thank you all kindly for watching, and as always, we wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Now we wait for a second.
All awkward like.
Just a little.
Just a smidge.